yeah. Yeah. Shorty loves it, yeah. Loves that I'm a dog. They don't want it, yeah. They scared of what I know. Told you the budget, yeah. I gotta get my own. Shout out my bros, this right here deserves a toast, yeah. A lot of people back home on my back and they know. Trying to get on my line, cause the people I know. Manifest this here, 7+ on the ropes. They ain't doing this shit, tripping over my flows. I'm on the way, tell them I don't play. Yeah, I'm on the move, trying to get my pay. I might just move on and watch and pray. Yeah, I'm on the way, I'm on my way. Yeah. This year, 7+ on the ropes. They ain't doing this shit, tripping over my flows. Yeah. Yeah. Shorty loves it, yeah. Loves that I'm a goat. Loves it, yeah, loves that I'm a dog. They don't want it, yeah, they scared of what I know. Told you the budget, yeah, I gotta get my own. Shout out my bros, this right here deserves a toast, yeah. A lot of people back home on my back and they know. Trying to get on my line, cause the people I know. Manifest this here, 7+ on the ropes. They ain't doing this shit, tripping over my flows. I'm on the way, tell them I don't play. Yeah, I'm on the move, trying to get my pay. I might just move on and watch and pray. Yeah, I'm on the way, I'm on my way. Yeah. Manifest this year, 7+ on the ropes. They ain't doing this shit, tripping over my flows. Yeah. Yeah, loves that I'm a goat. Yeah.
I can feel I'm changing. I don't how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream. Boys, how are all you doing today? Thank you so much for joining us for the final duel day of patch 9.1. It's been a long time coming. We've been waiting for 9.15 for a while, and whenever 9.2 is on the horizon, whenever that starts hitting the PTR, we'll know even more in terms of class changes, dudes. We'll know even more. But yo, I'm so excited. It's actually, this patch is so close to being here. Sunday, you're gonna have day off. Monday, we'll see what we end up doing. We'll actually see what we'll end up doing, and then Tuesday, the big patch, the big reset, and then it's literally right around the corner is the Mage Tower stuff, I think. It's pretty awesome. How are all you doing? Let me get the music back up and running here, boys, and we'll get the duels up and running. Today is NA, so we'll see how the NA boys do. Let's actually skip that song. What's a good song that we haven't heard in a while? What's a good one to get the stream up and running? There it is, dude. There it is. The oldie, but a goodie.
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire.
Is this quiet? It's quiet in my ears. I don't know why. But boys, okay, now we are ready. Now we send out all the notifications. Now we're good to go. Who do we got in chat? We got ourselves Baini. Baini. I mess up names so often. G, J, CMK, Ahmed, Ape, and X, Aaron, and AA. How you boys all doing? Welcome back to another wonderful, beautiful live stream, boys. Let's get the NA vids and NA duels up and running for the evening. Oh, speaking about vids, I'm a little bit behind on the duels video this afternoon, but hey, either way, we'll get it up and running ourselves in just a moment. Let's log on NA, see who do we got, see who is ready. Let me pin that real quick. How you doing, by the way, beautiful? How you doing, Kren? Hope everybody is having a wonderful week, by the way. Everybody is hopefully having a wonderful evening. Gotta have some fun for the day. You know what I mean, boys? Put that on the side for a minute. Here we go. Oh, I'm excited for the new patch, man. I'm actually really excited. Really excited. We've been waiting for this thing for so long. A little bit too long. And it's finally here. Finally, we got some changes. Much needed changes. A lot of much needed changes for these updates. Let's just scroll that back down. We got ourselves, I guess it's actually. All right, we got a group, boys. Who's got a group over for the NA 5V5 1v1 Duels Chicago? Maybe Seavark. Potentially Toxic? Actually, no, Toxic said you wouldn't be able to. Flexing. Oh, Flexing set up a group together. Maybe together with Skills? Digital with Skills? That's great. I thought I was a bot. Oh, yeah, you are a bot. I forgot about that. Yeah, earlier, what is it? EU boys were like, it's kind of bot. I was like, yes, she's a bot. I programmed her. Just hang out and chat. Creme bot. It's a secret. Oh, boys. Alrighty. Flexing got a horde group ready to go. Maybe we'll have Chicago with an alliance group. Maybe Chill Pills will be joining us this evening as well. Is this thing getting done? Oh, it is done. Wow. Okay. Now, you know what? I'm gonna give this video a second or two to process for a little bit of time. I was a little bit late to get this thing up and running, so we'll just let this bad boy process. We'll let it cook in the oven for just a little bit longer. We're doing the vid on the Demonology Warlocks from EU. If you guys missed it, it's a banger. OMG. I've been talking to a robot all this time. No. No, well, yes, but no. Well, I don't know how far I should go with the joke there. Kren is a wonderful, beautiful lady, but while she's in the chat, we might as well run with the joke, you know what I mean? What do we got? We got us a Chicago. Yo, 3 out of 5 flexing. We have 5 out of 5. Yo, Dal got 5 here, but I can't really go in the game time. Gonna go over in about 10 minutes. Wait, what? I can't really go. My game time is about to go over in about 10 minutes. What? Oh no, flexing. Unfortunate, my guy. Unfortunate. Maybe we get Chicago. Whoever we got on the alliance, just 2 more, and maybe at least we can get a group up and running. Maybe Flexing might be able to pass the lead to whoever else in that group. If your sub is literally seconds away or minutes away from expiring, maybe we could have them lead the group. Is it anybody else in the group that done the duels before? Because as long as they've done duels, as long as they more or less know how the dueling like LFG stuff works, they can host a group. It's really easy because it's, you know, a very community-based effort. The 5V5 1v1 duels. Good luck for everyone. Fair enough, fair enough. Chicago, we just need 2 more, boys. If you guys want to join Chicago, we got ourselves an LG group, premium group, custom PvP. Find a group and go hit 5 in the search to see if you can find a group with Chicago. We got Flexing and Milord. Wait, you can always pass it to Milord. Okay, that works out actually. Yeah, he's leading now. Well, that works out well. Yeah, Milord can host these. He's done these before. Good afternoon. What's up, Gregory? How you doing, my guy? I'm not going to be able to play today, sorry, bro. It's okay. TM Assassin. Don't worry about it, my guy. Don't worry about it, my dude. Hey, Dal, what are the players' item levels approximately? For the duels? Honestly, we take anybody and everybody. We take players with gear, with no gear. It's really up to you. Anybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. You don't really have like a minimum. Just know if like you're going really under geared, you are going to be facing some of the boys that gear themselves in PvP quite regularly. So just be prepared for maybe a bit of a challenge. That's all I'm going to say. But we technically don't have like any kind of item level requirements for these. Hell, you don't even, you can literally be a fresh Johnny of the block, just hit level 60, just try to join some duels. But if you guys want to join Team Chicago or Team Flex or rather Milord, go to hit Play versus Player tab, Premium Group, Custom PvP, find the group, top number 5 in the search, enter. We got Milord with a group ready to go, trying to get some boys up and running. We also got 1 for Chicago as well on the alliance if you guys are more than welcome to. What's up, Winter Sun Lover? What's up, boys? What's up, my guy? How you doing? So Flex is going to be bowing out. Milord, whisper me when you have a 5-man team ready to go, my guy, alrighty? And then Chicago, keep me updated. Do we have Night King join us tonight? Maybe the Seavark or somebody? Because we'll need just 2 more boys on alliance. Because as soon as we have 2 5-man groups, 1 alliance and 1 horde, we're good to go. We got some duels and we can just spam queue these for just one as much as you guys wanna. Since it's like 9-1, you know, it's basically ending. We could actually go for a little bit longer if you guys wanted to, but it's really up to you. Maybe everybody's like, you know what? I'm excited for the next patch. Let's get some duels up and running. Let's get the 2 hours in after having some fun. Alrighty, waiting for 915. Everybody goes into hibernation mode. Tuesday comes around. NA wakes up. It has to deal with bugs, which I'm obviously going to get fixed before EU wakes up for Wednesday, since we are on a basically beta testers for EU. Let's be honest here. Beep beep boop, bitch. Alrighty, while they're doing that, let me go use the restroom. Let me get a soda while we're at it. Alrighty, boys. So let me be literally right back. Chicago, Milord, update me if you guys got a 5-1. Cran, keep the chat entertained. Alrighty, alright. BRB. Alrighty, boys, we are back. So hi, what's up, guys? All right, my lord, we have 5. We got 5 here. Yo, Chicago, how are we looking with the Team NA, Team Alliance, fam? How we looking in that regard? Still 3 out of 5? Yo, boys, we need 2 more to join Chicago. 2 boys over in the Alliance that want to compete in the 5v5 1v1 duels. Just need 2 more and we are good to go. If you guys are interested, as per usual, player versus player premier group, custom PvP, top number 5 in the search, enter as Alliance, and we're good and we're ready. Yo, my lord, hope you're having a good one, my guy. How you doing, my man? You excited? Swapping around Covenants? I've been seeing you playing that Necrolord, dude. That should be pretty huge in terms of the damage numbers. The buff that they're doing for the actual gavel, like the conduit. The gavel should do quite a bit of damage by itself, but then the combo of the, what's this, the Divine Storm, 25% more damage when you get 2 of them in a row. Damn, that's gonna be huge bumps, dude. And I feel like it's gonna be even easier than Kyrian. I mean, Kyrian is like, it's RNG, right? You throw a hammer and sometimes you get a bunch of hammers flying, but here's like a guaranteed double Divine Storm that hits as hard as like a Templar's Verdict. It's almost like 3 Templar's Verdicts in a row. As the stats we're getting updates, it is getting uncapped in AoE, Ahmed. Besides that, Assassination in particular isn't really getting changed too much, no. Which means it's not getting nerfed. You should be pretty happy about that. Not getting nerfed, but then what else is there? There was Covenant's conduits that are getting updated. A Night Fae, I was gonna say Night Fae Poison is getting buffed, which technically benefits Assassin if you go Night Fae. The conduit for the poison is gonna do more damage, so you're looking at potentially with a Toxic Blade doing a ton more damage as a Night Fae as Assassin, if you choose to end up playing Assassination. And I think it's about it, actually. I think it's about it that's gonna be in terms of the buffs, unless they end up nerfing them last minute, which they could. Technically, they could. Does Outlaw get uncapped too? Nope. Nope. Outlaw is the one spec that's not getting uncapped whatsoever. Which is weird because there's a lot of Outlaw rogues that have been like crying out for like, hey, help Blizzard, help us. Why? Why are we not getting buffed? Why are we not getting uncapped? What the hell is going on over there? But I feel like I kind of sort of understand them. You know why? You know why I think Blizzard is not going to be buffing us? Because we already do a ton of AoE dam. And we are most likely going to end up doing something like, I don't know, probably the most, if like we were uncapped, we probably do a ton of AoE dam. Like, I think they're just afraid. Yo, we got a 5-man. Yo, let's go, boys. Got a 5-man for both of them. I think what they're going to do, if anybody remembers BFA, right? My lord. If you remember Battle for Azeroth, Outlaw Rogues were uncapped in BFA. And it got so bad that it was double Outlaw Rogue the meta. That was the meta for PvP for the longest time in the game. Double Outlaw Rogue PvP meta, or PvE meta. You would literally play 2 Outlaw Rogues with a Windwalker to buff the damage of those Outlaw Rogues, and that was your best composition you could do for Mythic Pluses. Like in MDI, that's what people played. So I think they're just trying to limit double Outlaw, because if we were uncapped, it would be that busted. Because right now, we actually have variety. There's classes that you could play. Boomies, mages, all that stuff, right? Every class is getting play. Elemental Shamans, Marksmanship Hunters, Warriors, even Paladins, Death Knights to some extent. Everybody gets a chance to play. But I think if you made the Outlaw Rogue uncapped in AoE, it'd be double Outlaw Rogue with a Windwalker. That's all it would be again, dude. Rogues is just that good in terms of like, you know, like the utility inside of dungeons and our dungeon performance is generally like top tier, better than some of the other classes out there, better than most classes out there. So I think they're just trying to avoid the Outlaw Rogue dominance all over again to keep it variety, you know? Switch. We got ourselves Team 1 together with Deutron as a unholy DK. We got ourselves Reverence going up first over on Team 1. We got OpX in the back together with Tin's God as well as Chicago. Ooh, I like that haircut option. I really like that. It looks good. Got ourselves a Necrolord Demonology Warlock Reverence first up versus Prof. A Necrolord Windwalker Monk landing an incap into an Axe Toss immediately before the monk can even get a leg sweep, getting thrown into a Mortal Coil, into a Fear to follow that. Trying to go for a Tyrant early, but looks like it's going to be a big board. Dragon Kick, Serpent Kick away from Prof, popping off a defensive, just actually looking to get out of the fight, get out of there completely. Reverence does create a Tyrant either way. Prof is going to be behind the pillar with the Felgar Pet. Maybe the Tyrant coming around. Where is the Tyrant? I actually don't see it. Oh, the turret is up. What the? Oh my god, dude. The second Tyrant pet that we've seen that just does nothing. That Tyrant literally stood way up above and just didn't do anything. BDB burns down with Alexia. Perma says, let's have a trinket. Do the burning here, do the burning fence. Is going to be big spinning crane kick. Massive. The rise of sun kick right after. Wall for Reverend trying to land a fear. Is going to get a fear wall versus Prof. Prof trinkets out of it. Looking to end the Duel right there. Reverend sits him on the mortal coil. Couple decimate bolts in there. It's going to be a big old kick in the back by Prof to finish off that Warlock. Super unfortunate. Deutron is going to be up next on team 2. We got ourselves Milord Pallet chill in the back. We got ourselves Shiryu together with Machiavelli as well as Gariber joining the duels. And Prof is still going to have to hold on to his own for now. Versus Deutron, who is trying to swing around the side, was waiting out for a little bit, playing out that Necrolord. Man, so many Necrolords. I wonder if we'll see more variety once the Necrolord shield is nerfed a little. I think for Death Knights, that would be the one class that will not really switch off of Necrolord. It's like the only good Covenant ability they got. Is going to get himself a full Fleshcraft. Prof is going to have a Fleshcraft of his own, waiting for cooldowns for Prof. He's just buying himself time, the much needed time. Deutron trying to see if he can swing around, Wraith walking. Trying to go the long ways around the pillar, not really trying to cut short. Prof is going to hit him with an in-cap. Could go for the pet stun if he wants to. Legs up on both the pet as well as the deacon. Could be lots of damage. Rising Sucker to follow. Deutron just getting absolutely annihilated with a couple spinning crane kicks as well as Rising Sun kicks. With Tin's God trying to see if you might be able to end this Monk's reign so far. Is going to hit him with a slow. That is going to be a big port for Prof, though. He's able to disengage. Tin's got mobility to catch back up to Prof. Trying to see if he might be able to get next to him. Fist of Fury for Fist of Fury right now. Both of them are pairing one another. And that is going to be a root onto Tin's God off of the Fist of Fury. Prof get a hit with an in-cap. Maybe find that Tin's God might be able to make a play here. Prof still without a trick, and Tin's get hit with an in-cap. Prof just trying to deny him any kind of damage. Just trying to keep him at bay. Keeping the distance. Keeping the boy at an arm's length. Tins is going to have to commit some kind of damage. Go for a big leg sweep and maybe a big BDB. Leg sweep. There goes the BDB. Does he have the full setup? Big right sun kick. Doesn't burn through the flesh count. The Fist of Fury finally able to crack through. The Zuen joins the fight. Whirling Dragon Punch. Prof is getting kind of low. Activating Dampen Harm to reduce some of the damage it takes. Parry is keeping him alive for a little bit here. There is still lots of damage on Tin's God. Prof deciding not to go for Karma just yet. Might to use the Karma either way. BDB of his own. Could be Tin's God with a trinket. Big rising sun kick for Prof. Go both of them super low. Tins is going to see Prof back away. Flesh count is not going to actually interrupt it. Actually going to be a cancel. Karma for Tin's God. Karma for Prof. Looks like there's going to be good karma for Prof. Tins, I think, might be playing a Bring of Peace. Is he? Because he's just melting right now. Prof with big damage. Gonna be Zuen jumping on Tins. He's gonna get himself that clutch flesh cut to keep himself afloat. Looks like Prof was able to turn that aggression around in his favor. It looks like Tin's God is a bit behind, trying to get himself whatever healing he can. Prof is able to just jab next to him and just catch up to the guy. Fist of Fury for Fist of Fury. Parry for parry. Tin's got dropping down BDB. That's going to be Prof with an in-cap. It's going to throw on images of his own, though. Wants to go for damage as well. Tin's God could just take that BDB and just start healing himself, because BDB can actually provide you the heal bonus. He could replicate the damage as well as the healing you do. Lexi on the Prof is going to trick it out of it. Big port to get out of the way while Tin's God is on the chase. And Prof did burn a trinket really early here. Tin's God just need to wait 50 seconds on his next leg sweep, and he could be the victor here. Does still hold on to a flesh count. Gonna be finally breaking. Lexi, but Tin's God does Prof have anything? BDB is up, rising sun kick. Not the biggest damage. Whirling Dragon Punch doing a bit. Tin's health is getting quite low. Is gonna back up out of there. Prof is there to chase after him. Has the jabs to keep the pressure rolling. Tins is gonna activate images, but it's gonna be Prof taking him down with a rising sun kick and op X. Getting an interrupt onto Prof. No karma for 10 seconds. Prof could be okay for a bit, as a Chimera as well as an undead skeleton pet are both massacring him. OP is going to be dropping down some traps, but is going to need to reposition back towards the top where Prof is at. Where is Prof's board, by the way? He set up one up, I think, below, didn't he? So he does have an escape at all times. OP trying to make sure that he's getting himself a good angle, getting a stun onto Prof. No trinket for the Orc. Monk for a bit is going to get the flame shot in. Karma comes out really early. Fist of Fury to try to lock down the Hunter. And RPX got himself full burst available. Feign death for a moment. I think removing Karma completely. All the damage and everything. Prof is going to get behind the pillar, channeling a fleshcraft really quickly. OP, does he get the angle? He decides, you know what, I'm going to back up. I'll make sure I have that rage. Needs to burn through a fleshcraft. as best as possible. Prof is gonna go porting underwards and is gonna go for a couple of VO5s while he has the energy. Looks like the flash scarf shield does get punctured through with a few precise kill shots. OPX is in front of Prof. Leg soup, does he have a human ratio for that? Could be massive damage for Prof. That is what and everything massive. Rising Sun Kick. Prof does get himself acceleration at the last second with a turtle shell. Feign death. Prof is gonna be able to crack through the turtle shell in just a second, and there goes. OP tried to do whatever he could in order to survive the monk as best as possible. But looks like he basically used the cooldowns at the end, and after the turtle shell just didn't have anything to follow up. No freezing traps, no nothing. Made it very difficult for him to deal with the monk, and Prof is going to be facing himself against Chicago up next. Is Chicago swapping? Are you swapping Transmog? Because you're not chasing after Prof, but you're looking at that dude. Looking at the, what are these guys called? Grommets? No. What are these guys called, actually? I forget. Another vendors of sorts. Are you just waiting? Am I lagging? Hello? What's up, Proxy? I do my guy. No, I'm not lagging. Prof is here. I think Chicago. Yeah, you are swapping Mogs. Okay, okay. Are we back to Venthyr, Chicago? Are we back to Venthyr, or what are we? Are we Necrolord? Are we Kyrian? Are we Fae? Because Chicago likes to switch covenants from time to time. Which one are we repping this time, though? It's gonna be waiting for Prof. Prof is waiting for Chicago. Chicago's waiting for Prof. Is they waiting for something in particular? Or the waiting because everything is going well in Prof's direction. He's getting the win back up little by little. Chicago finally engaging, getting a slow around the corner. Prof trying to go for the slow of his own. Chicago with Ghost Swoops up immediately. BDB burst is down. Does Chicago trinket it? It's going to pre-wall this. Uses trinket either way, even though they did pre-wall this. Chain Harvest onto Prof with a stun. Prof going for a dampen harm. Chicago taking a bit of damage, even though through wall. Prof is also taking quite a bit, even though through dampen harm. Overlapping that dampen harm together with the brew in order to fortify his defenses a little bit. Sunder by Chicago has an interrupted the one to Prof activates the win with the Orc Racial. Knows this BDB for a while. Does not have the images for a bit with Storm Earth and Fire. Chicago just having to tussle with the monk, dropping down really low, and what just happened as Chicago dropped down an Earth Elemental for extra health? Apparently that wasn't enough. Oh my god. I actually thought they were okay for a bit. Huh. Well, good thing BDB is getting nerfed for monks, am I right? Good thing that ability looks like it's getting nerfed for the next patch so far. At least with the patch notes we've had earlier. I don't understand the bursts they do. He just had to win, that's it. Did you just get a fat crit? That must have been it, right? That's actually insane. Well then, boys, let me know if you're ready. Chicago, my lord, let me know when your groups are up and running and we'll get another one going here, boys. Maybe this time they'll have the monks not go first, so that everybody else at least has a chance to play before the monk. Maybe put them on last, clean them up again, put them on the cleanup spot at the very end of the group. My lord's ready again. Chicago, let me know when you're ready. We'll be good to go. 1v5, dude. Sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes it do be like that. Sometimes you just get hit with that 1v5 and there's not much you can really do. Damn, I want to go back to Necro DK, but I don't see enough play with the other Covenants. Yo, El Capitano, honestly, wait until 915 to play around with other Covenants so you can give them all a try without having to do that 2-week quest line. Literally at this point, just AFK, wait, have some fun, experiment with whatever you're on right now, or play whatever you're on right now, wait until the patch, and then try stuff. Normally he'll leave? Really? Wait, who leave? That was the heavier dude. Monks are nuts. They are cracked. So BDB burst is getting nerfed by like what, 33%, 34%? What it looks like with the last patch notes. So should be pretty good. Then we have the Spinning Crane Kick getting nerfed. I don't think the monk had any kills with Spinning Crane. I think that was all Rising Sun Kick. Fatty crit with the Kiefer's legendary, which just gives you like 50% extra chance to crit. And if you're Rising Sun crits, that's a big crit. Bro, where you at? Where are you from since you can read Celeric? Where am I from? Russia. Russia, Philip. I think with one class have the mobility and burst. Yeah, I feel like they at least they're nerfing some of the BDB. You know, having a monk pop off Zuan images all the cooldowns like when the Kyrian, you definitely want to trinket that. But when you have BDB that does more damage than the Kyrian, but on a way shorter cooldown, so you can just you can trinket maybe the first burst, but you'll die in the second. That's a little funky, you know what I mean? It's definitely all sick. Too many multipliers, sick damage. Yeah, it is a lot of damage. It is a lot of multipliers too. There is something that Blizzard should go forward is like when there's so many different multipliers, at least in PvP, they really need to make those multipliers like weaker, you know? I think a lot of players just, I feel like it's fine if a class hits really hard. What is just unfun is when the class hits hard out of nowhere. Like if somebody's popping cooldowns, you know it's going to be big damn. But when the guy just got Zuen and you're just tussling with Chicago and the massive kick out of nowhere, no BDB, no nothing, it's like, what? Huh? Just came out of nowhere. That's the kind of birds that I think a lot of people dislike. So if they can just kind of lower down the value in PvP of like all these different buff modifiers, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic. From Serbia, I love Russians. What's up, Philip? From Serbia, huh? Isn't PS Euro Serbian? Perhaps Slovakia. Hello, boys. My Slavic boys. What's up? Yeah, Mother Russia. Let's go, dude. Yo, bro, got my Mission 60. Dwight, that's awesome to hear, my guy. What spec do you think of playing? What comment do you think of trying? Yo, I'm sorry to hear the Celtic. Yeah, hopefully you're feeling alright, my guy. Man, sorry to hear that. Hopefully you won't be feeling sick for too long, my dude. Very sorry to hear about that. Conduits increased SCK damage, challenge increased damage. Yeah, when they hit multiple abilities, increased damage too. Yeah, they gotta, like, I feel like in PvP, those numbers of modifiers should be like halved, just flatline halved. Like whatever the number is, divided by 2 as soon as you enter PvP combat. So then there's less of like that cheesiness that goes on. Don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of like some of the cheesy stuff you can do, like the Night Fae Paladin. We have all these different abilities that can do holy damage, and then you have the holy buff with the Night Fae and the Lego. Like there could be some really cheesy fun stuff from time to time, but I feel like maybe that shouldn't one shot. That should just maybe do like 80% of someone's health in like a global, maybe 70, 60, something like that. Something, you know, if you're combining a bunch of globals, a bunch of abilities together, really going for the all-in, it should do a pretty big hit. But like, it shouldn't like randomly one shot, you know what I mean? For out of 5 Alliance, we just said 1 for Alliance, boys. We're good to go. If the nerf Warrior Red Feral, this game would be fine. That's what I keep hearing all the time. Like if they nerf certain classes like BM, Hunter, Windwalker Monk, a Feral, Druid, Retribution, Arms Warrior, instead of buffing the undervalued specs, I've heard that you might give some more breathing room for the specs that are like Warlocks are not bad. It's just with Pharaohs and Warriors they just get cut down easily. Rogues aren't bad, like Outlaw Rogues for example. They just, I guess Warriors, they just get like their legs chopped and they're just like crawling on the ground until they get the bleed out from Feral bleeds, you know? Like it's graphic, but like there's a lot of classes that are actually good. It's just when they have other classes that just can hard counter them because they're just that much better. It's like the meta becomes like, oh, meta becomes a Red Paladin meta, Brewmaster meta, BDB Windwalker meta, I meant to say, Beastmaster meta, Red Paladin, Feral, Arms Warrior, you get what I mean. And you get to see those classes way too often, and then you don't get to see as many of the other classes and specs. So if you were throwing down the strong classes by a little, it would give the other guys more breathing room, right? More space to grow in the arena. Is Sylvanas dagger rare? Yo, I think it is, dude. I've been doing Sylvanas for weeks and we yet to get a dagger. That thing is rare as hell. That thing, that thing is rare. The other rogue in our guild has a heroic and a mythic version, main and offhand. I haven't yet to see one drop for me. Well, actually, I did get to see one drop for me, but I had to trade it to that rogue because he was playing, you know, a dagger build, and I'm an Outlaw rogue. Even though the dagger is insane for me in the offhand, even heroic, but either way. Either way. We're Chicago looking for +1. We good to go, yeah? I don't think so. It's a cool mug, but I think I know that guy actually, Cred. Yeah, I think that's another dude. I don't think it is, though. I don't think it is, though. Although, I do like the mask, though. I do like the mask. I think it's reppin'. I do think it's reppin'. Cred sent me this screenshot. She's like, by the way, I saw a suspicious fanboy of yours last night. I'm like, I don't think it's the same. Like, the mask is cool. The full set is really, really cool. But I don't think that's a fanboy right here. Red Gem, yeah. Like, maybe you got specific weapons that I used. I could maybe sort of kind of agree. Yo, my Lord Chicago, be cute when you guys back up and running. Steal it from him. Could do it. Could totally do it. But at this point, maybe not. Imagine if you could pickpocket gear from other players. That'd be hilarious. Except Outlaw, gotta redesign the spec. Yo, I love me some Outlaw. What? Okay, I'll give you this, Dakota. What would you redesign about Outlaw? What don't you like? We could probably have a discussion, like a productive discussion about it. Because I love that spec, dude. That's my favorite spec. Wow, I like me some Outlaw. I saw Machiavelli wearing it. Really? Really? Hopeful headaches, only had the urge to vomit. Yeah, sorry you're feeling bad, Celtic. Hopefully you're feeling better, my guy. Hi from Brazil. What's up, my lord? Hey, then, my dude. Hope you actually get a chance to play these games, my guy. Hope you get a chance to play. Yo, let me get the duels up and running. Did I save that one? I mean, that'll be like Monk 1v5 number 386 of Shadowlands. So, yeah, it probably wouldn't be the worst if I didn't save that one. We have so many of those on standby. You can literally make a whole montage of monks just 1v5ing for the expansion of Shadowlands, am I right? Yo, switch. We got ourselves CBZUs over on the team one together with SJE. We got ourselves Utron. We got Chicago in the back end. Reverence is going to be back up and running. Tried their hand against the monk last time. Hopefully they'll throw something different at him. Garber in the back on his wonderful cat mount. We got ourselves Machiavelli in the back. Milor Pala Prof in the back. But looks like it is going to be another monk Shiryu. Monk, yo, Shiryu. I actually remember Shiryu. I remember this guy. He used to show up. Were you in the duels for Legion? Or BFA rather? I think this guy used to be in a lot of BFA duels. Way back. And it's going to be Reverence versus another monk. However, not every monk is the same except for the fact that you got Necrolord, you got the Fleshcraft, you probably got the big legend. Actually, no, monks are the same. Monks are the same. Big Trinket with it, Lexi for Shiryu, Trinket for Reverence, dropping down a Tyrant immediately versus Shiryu. No stones to lock him down. He's going to send out the Demon Doggos, and Shiryu is going to get some Spirit Crate Kicks in the back. Reverence is going to attack by the images. Storm, Earth, and Fire. Fist of Fury in him in the back. Looks like the images are going to dissipate in midair. And it's going to be more head and cooldowns dropping down, but Reverence trying to get whatever demon bolts he can. Shiryu trying to keep himself at a better angle. He is going to get attacked by the pets in the back. Looks like Shiryu maybe he's lagging a little bit. All these pets, the demon doggers, the imps are all doing quite a bit of damn. And it's going to be Reverence setting up himself some big decimated bolts. One decimated bolt, second, and Shiryu does go down with Reverence taking him out. Decimated bolt, blasting him out. What's up, gaming? How you doing, my man? What's up, Pancake? How you doing, my guy? Switch. Yeah, dude. Switch. That's how I get all my videos synced up. Looks like Prof. Are you guys really sending out Prof second? Oh my goodness, my lord. Prof just got to play. What is going on? Oh my goodness. Looks like Reverence is going to be waiting out for him for a bit. Is going to try to see if he can better angle. Is keeping the port over on his team side opener. Going to be a mortal call as soon as Prof A1 walks near Reverence. Try to keep the CC chain rolling with the stun to follow. Could be a trick out of Prof. Looks like he's going to wait out for it. Leg sweep on the pet as well as Reverence. A wall comes up really early as BDB bursts down. Trying to land a fear onto Prof. It's going to be a trick out of Prof. Get himself a big jab towards Reverence. Looking for big damage. Reverence does get himself a heal with the Warlock Hellstone. Boarding way out of here. Trying to maybe land a fear onto Prof. Does not get a kick out of him just yet. Could be a gateway play right here. Do they have the gateway available? And Reverence does go down. I think they were just waiting maybe moments away from the gateway debuff to take the gateway and get away from the monk, but the monk just kept the pressure going. CB Zeus is going to be up next. It's kind of funny how we have double demonology in here in the duels. Demonology is actually kind of a pumper. If you can get those big decimate bolts in, it is huge. CB Zeus setting up a port, making sure he gets away to a higher ground if he has to deal with Prof. And Prof burned a trinket. He did burn Zoe and leg sweep as well as both sets of Storm, Earth, and Fire. So that's a lot of offensives that he committed into the Warlock. And CB Zeus, does he push in or does he just stay back? He's going to send some pets in. He's sending down the Vile Fiend as well. And as long as he does pet attack, the Vile Fiend should also rush in at Prof, shouldn't it? Looks like Prophet's trying to make sure he puts himself the port next to where CB Zeus's port is at. The Felguard coming around the corner. The Vilefid trying to walk up to him, but I think it does disappear at the last second. Prophet's at least able to build up chi as well as fish for spinning crank kicks procs, potentially getting a root on that pet. CB Zeus trying to again make sure there's a max range away from Prof. Gonna be a flesh cut off for Prof. Does CB Zeus play Necrolord or is he potentially Night Fade? Because if he has Night Fade, then at least he'll have mobility, but the shield for Prof is going to be quite huge. Is the pet dead? There's no way, right? No, there goes the Felguard. Make sure that thing is near Prof at all, near CB Zeus at all times. Leg sweep onto the pet, most likely BDB dub. It's going to be the pet stunned. CB Zeus is going to trigger for it. Setting the stun with the pet is going to go for the gateway port as far as possible. Summoning a Vilefid up. Going to be Prof porting on top of him. CB Zeus getting interrupted, but only locked out on fire, not in shadow. Is going to go for the port. Dreadstalker summon, not playing the Instant Dreadstalkers. Makes me wonder what is he playing for his build. dropping down a mortar coil into Prof with a soul rod, as well as the tyrant. Handle downs coming down. The tyrant is going to get land decided. The bets are empowered. They actually get in quite a fast auto attack speeds. Prof trying to see if he can get a better angle. Stun into Prof right now. But CB's is going for Shadow Fury. Going to be a lot of tyrant damage right now. Prof trying to see if he can get some damage with a jab. Could be a karma to him as he's dropping real low. It is going to be karma. CB's is super low in health. It's going to go for a battle match stricken wall. Calling out Dread Stalkers. Just trying to see if he can blast through this karma. I think it is a good karma for Prof. Getting lots of healing out of it. CB's is still sitting with a wall of fear onto Prof with a drain life. Might want to drop down a fell lord potentially to knock down Prof. Not in a good position is going to be the seed pod. And I don't think Prof is going to have a hard time taking that out at all. With Chicago charging and sending out the Ghost Raptors in immediately. Frosty Ghost Raptors actually add quite a bit of extra damage. Those things can do quite a lot of damage by themselves. Look at that. Big leap for Chicago is going to get, I think, what looked like a root onto Prof. Did he get rooted? Did Prof get rooted? Huh? Wait, it looked like he stood in place for a sec. I don't know if he was maybe waiting for cooldowns or something. I thought it was Night Fae. Yeah, I thought it was Night Fae too. In cap onto Chicago. And Prof going for a Vivify. Lexup onto Chicago. Prof with BDB burst. Chicago trinkets with a wall out of here. Big Chain Harvest trying to take whatever health he can. For Prof dropping down the stun zone. And Prof is able to just disconnect completely. Serpent kick into another zip code. And Chicago with yet another leap. Is gonna what kind of, do you actually have roots? Wait, does Chicago actually have some kind of roots? Because Prof is standing still. I don't think that's normal. What is this build Chicago got? Wait, how do you root him? Unless Prof just like stops moving on purpose. Has to be a root, right? Chicago is going to get the ghosts back into Prof. He got himself a bit of Fleshcraft. The Raptors are still on him, are going to be able to chew right through the Fleshcraft. And Prof again with yet another Serpent Kick is going to set up a port so he can get away from Chicago. Chicago is going to have to go for a slower game on their broom, trying to see if they can catch up to the Monk. The Monk is going to back the hell out of there. Again, most likely has a port available. Big leap for Chicago. It's going to be a root. Wait, he does root him in place. Does a leap root? Is that what that does? Wait a second. What the hell? Wait a second. Does that thing root? Gonna be Doran Shadows for Chicago trying to get the hell to the other side of the arena. Prof is kiting around, trying to wait for cooldowns. He got some wind, trinket back up. He could potentially make some damage happen. Lexup on Chicago. It looks like Prof is playing literally the kiting build. Big damage on to Chicago with a touch of death. Literally waited until every cooldown was available. I'm not a big fan of some of that kind of gameplay, but hey, the guy wanted to win. Gonna be maybe Deutron or maybe SJE next. Looks like Deutron is gonna get himself a full flash cut up and running. Prof is gonna meet him with his Zowen, still has cooldowns available. He might as well try to see if he can puncture through the flash cut of a Death Knight. It's gonna be able to bust right through it really quick. IBF immediately for Deutron, going for the pet stun. Jab by Prof. Looks like he might be able to take Deutron down unless the DK starts recovering. Karma, burning a Karma just to make sure the Death Knight goes down. It looks like SJE is the last one left on the group. Is going to get a sap versus Prof. Prof just committed literally every offensive for Chicago, carried those offensives, even a karma into the Death Knight. I think SJE might have himself the best opportunity to get himself a kill. Immediate trinket out of Prof. Trinket for SJE with a flagellation. Got himself evasion. Trying to stay mobile next to Prof, but looks like it's going to be a big force for the Monk. Just disconnects away from the Rogue as the Rogue sprinted towards Prof. Is going to go for a reset. Prof trying to see if he can catch him. Is going to be full flash cut back up and running. That was Shadow Blades as well as flagellation for SJE. And now he doesn't have a trick and BDB burst with Alexium. I think it just might be over. Prof is going to roll and drag and punch him down. Oh my god. There goes a 1-4 by the Monk. At this point, there it is. Nerf when? Well, they are. It looks like they are going to be towing down Monks a little bit in next patch. At least the BDB burst. A little. Yeah. Somehow it bugged and hit him. Really weird. It was a Sun Shield root. Was it? Oh, what the hell is Sunly Shield root? Oh, you root him with a Earth Shield. I didn't realize. Oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't realize. That's awesome. Actually, I think they're buffing that a little, aren't they? Monk's last. Yeah, I guess that could work out pretty fine, my lord. Ready? All right, Chicago. Let me know if you're ready, or if you need to swap some boys out. Yo, Monks are busted, dude. 5? Alrighty. Hold on. NA, SL, 137. Here we go. Making sure buys in here. They bought the Lightning Shield one. I think they made the Earth Shield on PTR, so it's 4 seconds instead of 3. The Lightning Shield knockback is further, yeah. I don't think they did the Water Shield buff or anything. The monks might as well do 1v5 at this point, yeah. So they're gonna have the monk go last apparently, just to make sure the rest of the team actually gets a chance to play. Yeah, I wonder how many monks are gonna try going back carrying after the nerfs for Necrolord. Because it is a 30% nerf. That does seem significant, you know? So maybe they'll end up doing something different, something else. And I feel like it's just Necrolord is just so good. Just too good. Wait, the warrior uses RC? Does he really? Monks last, please. It's not funny. Yeah, monks last, boys. Monks last. Milord promised that monk is going to be last. Because even Team Milord, Machiavelli, Garber, Milord Pala haven't got a chance to play. We want to give the boys over in Team 1 a chance to play as well. Alright, switch. Got us a Team 1 together with Garber. Haven't got a chance to play just yet. Machiavelli showing the bag, popping on a deadly poison. We got Milord Pala. We got us as Prof. It's going to be apparently going last, as well as Shiryu versus Team Warlocks. We got us CBZs. We got us as Reverence. We got us Dutron. Gonna be first up versus Garber. A warrior versus an unholy death knight, with Garber trying to see without going for a charge, just get himself some damage versus Dutron is going to go for a blade storm. Dutron might need to cut him out a little, trying to keep this flesh cuff rolling as best as possible. Somehow through Garber is able to activate. He's somehow active in the spell ward, and even the Garber is a warrior. I don't know how much magic damage this guy got going on. Gonna be dropping down big A bomb, disarm to Dutron, got himself the Lynchborn in order to heal himself. Grippy hand comes down. This is the Dutron is super low. Might get something more. Looks like he's gonna be slammed down. No human racial. Garber, I guess, it just went in, whittled him down for a second or two, executed the boy. They might have maybe used IBF really early. Big charge out to Reverence. Garber get hit with a Mortal Coil into a stun. Tyrant is up and running. Could go for a fear on all the pets. Got himself full Battle Master. Everything available. The big banner, the Avatar. Got himself sharpened blades into it. Interrupt onto Reverence on Shadow. Reverence dropping down more imps, and Garber is himself at about half his health. Trying to stay ahead with Reverence the best possible. Into a big old charge. Reflected that Decimating Bolt. Got himself defensive stance. It's going to be big demon bolts flying. Reverence is going to be Garber bailing out of there with a flesh cut behind the pillar. Got himself a fear onto Reverence, should be able to recover some health. Reverence most likely still holding on to actually one Decimating Bolt. Had really massive damage versus Garber, as Garber was a half-ish health when Decimating Bolt hit him, which will empower his own Demon Bolts even further. Big charge by Garber. It's through Mortal Coil as Reverence get himself a little bit of that recovery. The pets do jump at Garber. It's going to be Shackles Malediction as Garber does stun it with a Stormbolt, dropping down massive Warbreaker. Looking for actual cleave between the pet as well as Reverence. And it's going to do some tags towards the pet, leaping in versus Reverence. Reverence on the run. Going to be a quick charge with the root by Garber. Reverence continues to get pets up and running as they're dipping down the health. Blaze Storm out of the warrior. Reverence could be in the execute range right now. Decimating Bolt into a trinket interrupt for Garber before the Decimating Bolt gives him any extra damage. That is pet's empowered fear onto Garber, reflecting that fear onto Reverence, and it's going to land a couple executes. And down they go with CBZs jumping in, dropping down banner, dropping down. What is a flag of ownership? That's a little BM. Soul Rod by CBZs as Garber can't really engage with CBZs, dropping down Mass Tyrant as well as a Obelisk in order to beef up the pet's faster cast and faster auto attacks. Garber is just going to get away from that. Got the parry versus double Felgar. Decide, you know what? I can't really do much in terms of parrying CBZs, but I can parry the double Felgar. At least try to reduce some of the damage I'm taking. Maybe just trying to hold off until the next flash cut, because he does need to get in a situation where he needs to go for a little bit less damage on him so he can actually properly heal. Getting a charge of the pet. Stormbolt as CBZ's trying to resummon another one. Banner up, but it's going to be able to come out of the sun, maybe make some damage happen. Big Avatar versus CBZ's. The CBZ's trying to get out of the way. It's going to try to see if he can get out of there. Big leap by Garber. Doesn't quite reach him. Needs a charge in order to reconnect. Going to be someone Violent. Garber charges him. Mortal Coil sends at him. No more banner, but still has Avatar. It is slowed by quite a bit, and that's also going to be an Obelisk. The pets are going to have faster auto attack speed, so they're going to be doing quite a bit of damage to Garber. As Garber trying to see if he can peel behind the pillar. Could be a Felguard interrupt. Does he have it? It looks like no Felguard interrupt, and the warrior does get himself a shield. Needs to wait a few seconds in order to be able to start healing. And then goes the second one. The CBZ starting to get low. It's going to be Battle Masters with the wall, trying to get himself whatever heal he can. Dropping down more pets. Trying to stay aggressive with Garber. Stormbolt by the warrior as he got himself Sharpened Blade as well as Sweeping Strike just to take down CBZs, but even take down the pet. Might be able to land executes on a pet. And then maybe go having those execute cleave onto CBZs. Waiting down with spell reflect up. CB in case he throws on a mortal coil, is gonna have to wait just a little bit. Massive gate for CB getting himself some distance. And Garber is gonna chill in the back with the Felguard. CB thought about going for a big old Tyrant, but maybe we're thinking maybe he should resummon a whole new pet. Mortal coil set at Garber, at least give himself a float a little bit longer. It's gonna be a Vilefin. Should have probably summoned more pets before that Tyrant. Stormbolt, it's gonna be a stun on Garber. Trick inside of it, looking for the big executes on the CB CB walking away from his own Felguard. Or Fellowlord rather, and Garber is going to be able to take down the Seed Pod as his Fleshcraft cracks. Is it going to be SJE next, or is it going to be Chicago? It looks like Chicago is going to be up next versus Garber as they're trying to see if they might be able to go for a 1vx, however many boys they can get through. Chicago waiting out for Garber, maybe giving him a bit of an honor duel, maybe letting him recover. Most likely, potentially. Just giving him a second. A second to do something, maybe waiting until dampener, because the Garber so far has been able to get 3 slays in a row without dampening or anything, and it is actually benefiting Garber. He's getting some cooldowns back. Looks like Chicago, I think, coming out to do a bit of an honor duel. Looks like it is a bow, honorable bow for Garber. Chicago wants to keep it clean, keep the duels fair, give Garber a little bit of opportunity to get some CDs back. No trinket for a little bit. Does have rallying cry. And also got full flash cut, so Chicago could actually just charge at him. Unless they're just waiting for him to get a fresh one. Is that what they were doing? Fresh flesh cut, had a rallying cry, literally full thing. That's literally what Chicago's waiting is for, a full flesh cut for this guy, just to make sure this is as fair of a duel. He's getting fully set up. At least he's going to be, even though a little bit behind without a trinket, he still might actually have a chance. Hex onto Garber, and Chicago is going to suppress some of that burst out of Garber. It is going to be Warbreaker suppressed for a little bit. Into a root right after. Chicago, I think, is playing now that PvP town that just tried last game. They're using the Earth Shield, and they're kind of modifying the Earth Shield for Unleash Shield. The Earth Shield becomes a root for 3 seconds. So he's at least able to peel somebody back. Lightning Shield can also be used to knock someone back. Garber just continues to just slash right through Chicago. The healing for the Shaman is still present, even though we are dipping into that 6-minute mark, 8% dampener. Chicago's still able to heal himself quite a bit. Mana is running a little bit low though. Garber is going to see the Ghost who's joined the fight, and it's going to be Electric Ghost, so the Storm Strike should do quite a lot of damage. Trinket for Chicago just to keep the pressure going. Garber popping every cooldown, go for the charge, maybe big execute. Chicago's super low. The Wolves are all empowered or something. I don't even know what's going on with the Wolves. Chicago tries to see if they can hoof it out of there with Ghost will form. Big Chain Harvest to reverse the hell between Garber and Chicago, getting some healing while doing some damage. Almost like stealing health from Garber, vampiric style. And Chicago sneaks in a heal in between. Has a little bit of mana. Wants to try to see if they can kite Garber. This is going to be a stun totem taken down by the warrior. Trying to go for a sunder in between. Chicago getting the Earth Elemental running Stormbolt. Chicago could be really bad. Garber going for the sweep and strikes. It's going to be quite a bit of damage versus Chicago, as well as the Earth Elemental is going to get himself a heal. No pummel out of Garber. Got himself a parry. Could maybe be a big charge execute. Leaping toward Chicago. Looking to end this duel right there. Chicago with no health whatsoever. Trying to hoof it and Ghost Hoof. Barely any health. Trying to get a heal. But looks like an auto attack from Garber takes him out with SJE joining the fight. The Chicago's, though, Chicago's, what is it? Soulbind of Draven that leaves a stone effigy of them as they fall in battle is actually going to do some damage back to Garber, and it's going to help SJE secure a kill. Milord tried to see if he could get the rogue out, does hit him with a Wake of Ashes, stunned immediately, going to be the rogue tricking it out, vanishing out of here. Milord does himself big AoE, but doesn't quite find the rogue. So the rogue looks like he's going to be able to get himself a proper reset. I think we're in the Battle Master trigger there. Looks like the eyes picked up for Lord Pallet. Tried to stay proactive. Big damage versus SJE. He's going to go for the blind. Middle Pallet. Use it up with Blessing of Protection. Maybe he can just commit some damage into SJE. He's going to be able to get himself a bit of a reset. Into a Shadow Step. Just continue to stay away from the Lord. That Shadow Step I think was a little bit risky though. He's going to drop down another Consecration. I think he knew more or less where the rogue might have been. And the rogue is looking to reposition. The other set of eyes is available. Does Milord go for the set of eyes? I think Milord is just kind of hanging out in the room thinking that that's where the rogue is at. Or maybe just waiting for some cooldowns to come back. Maybe he's thinking the rogue is going to open up on him. The rogue just burned a lot of defenses. Vanish, Trinket, he has Cloak and Evasion. Has to pre-use those ahead of time. I get picked up by Milord Pallet. Cheap shot as the rogue gets aggressive here. Milord Pallet does at least get a judgment in. Bubble for Milord. The rogue has nothing. Is trying to Cloak of Shadows. Did Milord hodge him just now? The rogue trying to see if he can survive this. Smoke Bomb. Could use Shadow Step in order to get away from Milord potentially. No more blind, no more nothing. Disarm to Milord Pala as he's trying to make some damage happen. Milord just having to wait for a little bit. Has a lot of holy power and damage banked and ready to go. Get a shot into Milord as SJE is going to port. Is going to be shield of evidence, slapping back at him for just a moment as it explodes. And Milord is going to have to go for a bit of a reset. So far, this rogue has survived the full burst out of the Paladin. And hopefully he'll be okay. At least for now, we'll see, right? We'll have to wait and see. Milord Pala is just having to wait a little bit. Good burn a bubble as well as a bob, which does create an opportunity for the rogue to maybe make a play here. No trigger from Milord Pala if the rogue has a good setup. Maybe can interrupt Flash Cap. Does get that interrupt. Landing a kidney shot in the opener. Is that Flagellation together with it? It is Flagellation. Lots of damage back to back. Milord Paladin pretty low right now. Gets a hard draw to SGE. Forces a trick out of him. That's going to be wings for the Paladin. Looking to see if he might be able to get around towards SGE. Has a lot of holy power built up. SGE is going to walk through a slow puddle with a sap into Milord Pala. But the Paladin now has the trinket back up and running. I don't know if Milord Pala has a Hammer of Justice here to follow up or anything. But the rogue keeping him sapped up. Keeping him CC'd as best as he can. Consecration down is going to land that interrupt on Holy. Milord Pala trinket out of the sun. Still locked out on Holy. I think the rogue might have him. It looks like the rogue takes it. Oh my goodness. I think Milord Pala would just try to see if he might be able to dish out damage to the rogue, dish out the punishment, take him out really, really quickly here. Machiavelli, the assassination rogue, is going to be up next. Charging out. Is he looking for eyes or is he just looking for the rogue? Are the eyes back up? One of the eyes is back up. SJE hanging out by that set of eyes. Press the wrong button. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Wrong bubble? Oh, yeah, I guess that could happen. Actually, I did see a bubble and then it stand still for a second. I thought, wait, did he mean to do that? That's unfortunate. That happens, though. That happens sometimes. Machiavelli waiting. He has the eyes picked up. It's going to be an opener by SGE with Shadow Blaze. Does Machiavelli respond? Looks like he's going to take the beating. Cheap shot super short because he is an orc disarm onto SJE. Disarm back to Machiavelli. SJE is at least watching Machiavelli's spin Phantom Knight. Skid the shot into No Vendetta. Machiavelli just loading SGE full of dots. No Vendetta just said blind to Machiavelli. Trinkets out of it. SGE, does he have any go right here? Cloak of Shadows up right now into a kidney shot onto Machiavelli with Flagellation. Does he turn around? Machiavelli's kind of low in health. Cheap shot to follow for SGE. Does Invasion rolling blind, but Machiavelli is going to get himself a sippy cup. SGE does not have a trigger for a while. Does Machiavelli wait it out fully? Because if he saps him out for too long, that is going to be a trigger for SGE. And Machiavelli is no longer going to be DR'd. He better have a go as soon as possible. Vendetta kidney shot. Does SGE get a trinket fast enough? Trinkets out of it. Does he go for any kind of go? Evasion's up for Machiavelli and does get the spikes at the end versus SJE. That is a tough one, dude. Garibird came in, slamming down 3 kills in a row. SJE trying to come back for his team. Got so close. So close. Almost. I feel like next time he does it, he'll definitely have it. Alright, boys. Let's get another up and running. Yo, what's up, Arda? 2 days sale. Let's go, dude. Yo, 2 days. You'll be ready for patch 915, man. Let's go, bud. Let's go, my dude. That's awesome, my guy. Happy to hear that. Perp DC, that's all good. If you guys want to replace Pro for somebody else, that'll also work out as well. Yo, Milord Chicago, let me know when you guys are ready. We'll be good to go. Any groups we got him. So Chicago with a 5-man teamwork as Milord as well as a group with a Horde. You're more than welcome to join, my guy. By the way, Dali, he didn't second win talent. Wait, oh, he didn't. You're right. He did not second win. He was playing defensive stance. You are correct, Matham. Savik said FF14 sucks. Did he really? Well. And? I really don't know. PvP? I guess. 4 out of 5 Horde, boys. We just need one more for the Horde for Milord. It would be good to go. Didn't see Balance Elemental Demon Hunters for a while. Balance Elemental. Balance, we actually had a Boomy on the EU yesterday. Demon Hunters has been a couple of weeks now. Elemental. When's the last time we had an Ellie? Yo, Chicago, when's the last time we had an Elemental pop off in these? Actually, no. I think it was like a week ago we had an Ellie compete. But popping off, that's another story. Hey, maybe Chicago want to pop off. You know what I mean? Hop in the Ellie. You never know, right, boys? You never know, right, boys? Do you use Warriors defenses? Yeah, Warriors are pretty tanky. They don't have oh, I guess they have healing if you go second wind. In those, it can kind of work out. You has a lot of risky boomies. Yeah, there's quite a lot of them, actually. We got Fruity Dad. Well, there's Fruity Dad. There's also, Fructove. No, Fruity Dad. Not fruited yet. Oh, hold on. I'm confusing them. Because there's a mage and a boomy. I think both of them named Fruity Dad. Or Fruity something. I forget. Both of them named Fruity. Almost makes me think like it's the same person. One's good in PvP. Yeah, allies can be pretty good. Demon Hunters allies are quite scarce. I feel like Demon Hunters can do well. It's just their survivability is pretty low. So they have to play like very, very bursty builds. But one of those classes right now that just doesn't have enough survivability to just go back to back. We'll play Wrath of Lich King Classic. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I'm actually pretty excited about Wrath of Lich King Classic. We get Killing Spree as a combat rogue. I think that'd be really fun to explore. I hope they don't do any boosts for Wrath of Lich King Classic though. Maybe just give like some kind of event where people can quest really quickly with their friends, but or something. But I hope they don't do a boost thing. I hope they don't do a boost. Just give players a real long like pre-patch to get classes up and running, to hang out with friends. What am I on? I'm on Illidan. Seamark here, 5 out of 5. You're perfect. We got ourselves Chicago and Seamark. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. How do you pronounce the name Thomas? Thomas. Thomas? Thomas? It's almost like Thomas, but Thomas with a Z. You kind of let the Z kind of ring there. Also, Thomas. I don't know if there's supposed to be like an inflection anywhere. At least that's how I would pronounce that. Thomas. With a Z though, Thomas. I think that's kind of like Totemos. It's kind of like a Russian word, Totemos. Which you think is stop? More or less though. Seeing the Master Classic WoW is quite interesting. The Nyx and MC boss will have new mechanics. Yeah, I actually do find it quite interesting as well. I think the faster questing, I might play some Season of Mastery just because I think it would be fun for me and Krent to quest faster and level faster. Where quests give more experience, I think it'd be kind of fun. And then maybe do more dungeons, more of the raids, because we never got to max level back then. I think that could be a fresh experience. That could be fun to do something in the free time. Or maybe I'll do a complete another class just so I can have a different experience, not a rogue. Because we'll be, what, leveling as a duo? That could be kind of fun. Did I save the last one? I don't know if I did, actually. Let me make sure that I did. Oh, the gate's already started. Milord Palo, wait! Ah! Oh no! Oh, they're getting a bit of a rematch. I was trying to save that last game. Alright, which? SJ, you're already starting off strong. Got an open onto Milord Pala with a blind, forcing a trinket out of him. Well, I was trying to save that last game, and Milord Pala burning a trinket. SJ did burn a trinket as well as a Cloak of Shadows. Is still holding on to quite a lot of his cooldowns. Trinket for trinket though. Milord Pala is sitting with full wings. He has the Necrolord legendary cracked and ready to go. And that thing should do quite a bit of damn as an overall. Especially when you get on those big procs. Getting the shot into Milord Pala. SGA trying to have himself a second go here. Is just going to get some damage into Milord Pala. He's hit him with a disarm as Milord Pala closes the gap. Tossing out the gap as well as the judgment. SGA does get himself a reset with a shot at Milord Pala. Trying to see if Wake of Ashes or Divine Storm might be able to get the rogue out. Does not quite get it. It is going to be put in a bit of a reset. Still holding on with the hammer. The gavel proc in his fingertips. Ready to go. Ready to unleash damage. Consecration coming down. Is going to have to get the gavels back up in to get the procs back up and running. Gonna be the rogue opening up. Getting shot to Milord Pala. Just try to control the fight. Try to not let Milord Pala play the game. Hammer Justice comes out. Does Milord Pala have the big setup? Try to go for a big Divine Storm proc. Is getting some bit of damage though. SJE with a evasion. Is gonna shadow step next to Milord Pala. Trying not to get interrupted. Does get a juke that rebuke. He does get a door of shadows out of there. But Milord Pala is gonna be able to catch up. Looks like SJE is able to. Door of shadows again? Is that what he just did? Did he just pour it out of there again? It looked like this would happen. And is going to be able to get himself a reset. Waiting out for the procs for Milord Pala to be gone before he opens up on him. Milord Pala picking up the eye. Try to be proactive as best as possible. If he finds where the rogue is at, he should be able to see him quite easily. There's going to be a sap out of the rogue. Milord Pala just going to have to wait it out. Bubble, Plexig protection down. Shield defenders up. Bubble still available. Wings coming up very, very soon. And the rogue without a trinket for a bit. Milord Pala has a trinket coming up. Does he burn it? Does burn it. Try to go for a hodge. SJA is going to burn a trinket for this one as soon as he can. That's going to be a blind. Oh my goodness. Milord Pala combining wings together with a trinket. Puts him in a situation where a blind could just be the answer. An easy answer for the rogue. Trying to be as aggressive as possible. Maybe impatient. A little bit impatient. And maybe that impatience might be to his detriment in the long run. SJA getting a bit of a reset yet again. And it really will come down to my Lord Pala maybe going for procs. Does he have the wings proc? If he has the wings proc with Aura Wreck, he might be able to make something happen here. SGA trying to get some damage in. Cheap shots. The flash cut still holding on strong from Lord Pala is finally punctured. That's going to be the rogue. Trying to go for a bit of a reset. But Lord Pala trying to see if he can catch up. And for an opponent trying to go for a consecration. It's going to get the rogue out. The rogue is back up in combat. No stabs. As Lord Pala building up some damage. Hammer justice onto SGA. Getting the big procs. Does he get a second proc? Divine Storm proc and really hard. SGA does go for a Warlock Hellstone from his team. Warlocks. Kidney shot into Milord Pala, trying to see if he makes some damage happen. This is going to Dora Shadows as the kidney shot is about to break. Milord Pala looking to catch back up to SGA. Shadow stepping is going to throw a judgment bonk and SGA on the back of the head, keeping the rogue in combat. That's about the best he can really do, is try to do the best to keep the rogue in combat. Consecration down, but the rogue is going to be able to get away. The pillar is big enough, and with Milord Pala being behind on mobility, the rogue is going to be able to get away. Interrupting onto Milord Pala. He's trying to flash out. Hammer Justice coming down. Does Milord Pala have any procs? Tossing out the gavel, looking for the big procs. Wake of Ashes to follow. Shield of Vengeance up. It could potentially be even more damage. That's going to be an evasion for the rogue with advantage to follow as Milord Pala get hit with a disarm as well as an evasion. That's quite a lot of things that rogue is committing together. Milord Pala picking up the eye. Tricky coming back very soon. Wings coming back very soon. You better send the Tricky for the blind. The rogue did burn advantage. Potentially Shadow Mill could be used here. Without a defensive, the rogue only has a trinket as well as a blind available. Immediate trinket from Milord Pala. SJE has a blind ready to go for him anytime. Could be an interrupt right here. Milord Pala trying to go for a rebuke. There goes the blind. Does he bubble it? It doesn't look like he's going to. Trinketing just to go for aggression and not saving the trinket for a blind is going to put him behind. Milord Pala at least throws in a judgment at the rogue, trying to stay in combat with him as much as possible. If the rogue doesn't get a reset, it'll be a good spot. Clocker shot is for the rogue. Cheap shot from Milord Pala. Walking over consecration again. Milord Pala trying to see if he can swing around the other side. Smoke bomb is up, and Milord Pala might just lose the rogue unless he gets an auto. Does get an auto. It's a hammer justice. The rogue could trinket out of it. Might be thinking about it. Does he go for it? Does Milord Pala get the big procs? He's getting quite a few procs. Shadow stepping towards Milord Pala. And Ajay does get himself yet another heal. Kidney shot onto Milord Pala. It is very short. Does Milord reconnect back up? Is getting auto attacks and SJE could always go. I guess actually he can't. Does he have Shadow Meld? He might just need it. Just throw him to Milord Pala. As long as Milord Pala can hit SJE with abilities from time to time, he might be okay. SJE with that Shadow Step, trying to get away. Flagellation getting used. Could be big kidney shot. SJE, but it's going for some damage back towards Milord Pala. Procs, trick out of SJE. Bubble out of Milord Pala. Does SJE go for any kind of resets? Milord Pala needs to end him right here. Hits him in the hand of hindrance. The rogue doesn't get an escape. He's just waiting it out. Dora Shadow's rebuke by Milord Pala. SJE is in shadowy duel with Milord Pala. Does he go for a big setup? It's going to be Dora Shadows. Milord Pala needs to reconnect. Back up right now. Dropping out consecration. And SJE is going to dive into stealth. Does he come out early for a flash scuffed interrupt? He does not. The back and forth between these two. Milord Pala picking up the eyes. Needs to find the rogue immediately. The rogue is coming back with cooldown. Sap from what felt like miles away. That's a long range that sap, by the way. Jesus, kidney shot by SJA. Milord Pala got flesh scuffed, absorbing all this punishment, all these stagger strikes by the rogue. And the flesh scuff, the big green marble holds strong. And SJ is just getting punished by the powers of Holy as well as the Necrolord. The Divine Storms just continuing to last damage at SJE. Milord Pala making sure to cleanse himself. Big damage onto SJE. Trinkets out of it. Does he AoE him out? Wake of Ashes, if only he had the wake and just used it in frontal. SJE does escape death. Narrowly cheats death without learning the cheat death talent. Milord Pala picking up the eyes. He needs to be able to get an aggro of SJE. Does hit him with a judgment, no saps. Eventual blessing of protection for the kidney shot. Does interrupt him. Rebuke trying to come out. The Zora Shadows. Milord Pala is getting ahead where SJE is gonna go. He just needs to get on top of him immediately right now. It does get a quick auto attack hit. Does get to nip him for a second with a blade. There's going to be a slow as he tries to see if he can shadow step around. Try to stay mobile. Does go for a shadow meld reset, but does get knocked out of cell. Cheap shot onto Milord Pala. It is not going to last long at all. SJE with a sprint doesn't get away from the Paladin. He is going to be able to catch himself for a reset. My goodness, dude. The resets for this rogue. So far, so good. Milord Pala, I just think he's so close to doing the damage he needs. He's so close to finish this rogue off. but it's just he escapes every single time. The criminal escapes the law. As the kidney shot comes down, it is DR'd very heavily. Lord Pala getting hit with a disarm, backing up out of there. Does he let the rogue catch a reset? Hits him with the hammer of justice. Just gonna lob out a couple of hammers at him, building some holy power from range. SGA does not burn a trinket for it. Flesh cut out from Lord Pala. Does SGA get aggressive? He is actually just going to reset. Lord Pala, does he have a judgment? Anything from range? He does not. Does SGA get a reset though? No, he doesn't get a clean one. As Lord Pala is able to get some auto attacks in, getting the judgment, that's going to be consecration, making the rogue try to go the long way around the pillar. Kidney shot to lock down Lord Pala. Does have the port, and is going to go for yet another reset. My goodness. Does Lord Pala come out of this victorious, or does SGA whittle him down? Because so far, it's been a very much even back and forth, honestly. I feel like Lord Pala, he needs to save his trinkets for the blinds. I feel like if he does that, he'll be in a fantastic spot, as long as SGA does not have any other escapes. Hydra to SGA, the rogue trinkets out of it. Lord Pala could probably end the next duel. It's going to be Wake of Ashes on top of SGA. Does hit him with AoEs. It's going to trinket. It's going to be SGA with an evasion. Does Lord Pala have enough holy damage and magic damages to get through? It's going to sprint around, throwing out more gavels. SGA with a kidney shot around the corner is super low, but so Lord Pala is also getting taken for a ride for a bit here. Lots of damage back to back. Cloak of Shadows, as Lord Pala could be in a hard, bad position right now. Is trying to heal himself through this as best as possible. SGA had no health. So is Lord Pala. Just dropped down the hammer at the very end. That was a back and forth. Back and forth for so damn long, boys. And Dutron charging in next, covered with a flesh cup of his own. Lord Pala had a really tough duel versus that rogue. A lot of back and forth. Dutron eating a stun in the opener is going to go for human racial. Gripping it literally everybody on the team too. Is he attacking the rogue people, or is he attacking Lord Pala? He is trying to attack the Lord Pala. Okay. But he keeps gripping. Cheering over and over. It looks like Lord Pala does dispatch the death net fairly quickly. Man, that DK wheel's done pretty quick, huh? How you doing, by the way, Metal? How you doing, fam? We got us a Reverence up next, charging in. What kind of mount is that, actually? It is the... Is this the... I want to say this is Firelens for some reason, but I think this is actually like WAD. Is this a WAD mount? I think it's a WAD mount. It looks like Firelens because it's the same like bird thing. But I think it is a WAD mount. Gonna be a Tyrant dropping in for Reverence as they're dropping in everything over to Lord Pala with an Obelisk because the Imps as well as the Tyrant are empowered. Faster cast, more to call into Lord Pala. Just getting completely locked down with a massive Decimating Bolt. This Demon Bolts are gonna do a ton of damage and does snipe him out from around the corner. The Demon Bolts just do so much damage. A surprising amount of damage. Scaraber getting slowed as he charges in at a Revendare. A Reverence. I for some reason I called you Revendare. Reverence in the opener, dropping down a couple of Decimate Bolts. Garber get hit with a Shackles of Malediction. Got himself Reflect as well as a Stormbolt to break the shackles, break the chains into a massive Warbreaker Avatar. Everything is getting used. Battle stance on everything. Got himself the most damage possible. Gonna be a big board for a Reverence as Garber charges back in. Blade Storm keeping him immune from any CC. Rever just trying to build himself up some more pets, some more resources. More to call ascended. Garber has a trinket if he needs to interfere. Does have Zerker Rage for it. It's going to be a big Decimate Bolt. Has a Reflect for it. Looks like Reverence did not cast the Decimating Bolt. I think it might be able to get a... Oh wait, they did cast a Decimating Bolt. Big... Oh my god. Huge Decimating Bolts into Garber. Taking down the Warrior as he had nothing left. Those came out of nowhere, dude. Those Decimating Bolts are no joke. Machiavelli is up next. Got himself the Flesh God, Garrote opener versus Reverence. Immediate trinket to break the silence. But that's going to be a stun onto the Warlock with a Vendetta rolling. I think it's over. Unless Reverence had a pet stun or something, or a Mortal Coil to follow. There's not much they could really do. Chicago charges in, gets a slow onto Machiavelli from around the corner, and the Rogue is trying to avoid the Shaman as best as possible. It's going to be a knockback for Chicago as they are playing a Elemental. Oh, interesting. Kidney shot onto Chicago. Machiavelli tried to see if he could bail out of there. Got a couple of dots in Chicago, but the healing for the Eli Shaman is quite strong. Chicago just charging in with a spike through the chest. Was able to at least stay on him. It's going to be their Lightning Elemental with a Lightning Lasso. Is the Lightning Elemental any good, actually? Does he do a lot of damage? I see a lot of people played Fire Ellie. Going to be a kidney shot onto Chicago with a trinket for Chicago. Trying to go for a bit of healing. Going to be a trinket for Machiavelli, actually. What did that man trinket, actually? What did Machiavelli trick it us now? With a blind on Chicago. What did Machiavelli trick it actually? He tricked it something. Did he trick it? Nothing? I don't actually know. Knockback by Chicago. Intro go road. Chicago being in a bad spot. Kid shot. Machiavelli, I think, might be able to do enough here. Chicago getting whatever bits of heals they can, but Machiavelli is going to be able to puncture wounds and is going to be able to take down the Shaman. CB Zeus is up next versus the Rogue. Rogue catches himself a reset. Going to be a bit of a spin by the Felguard, almost hitting Machiavelli. CB Zeus with good control of that pet, setting him out like a Beyblade just out in the open. Also, look at this, putting the pet way out in distance, way out in the middle, so the pet is always an axe toss away to interrupt the Rogue's opener in case it gets ends up being very, very scary. Machiavelli picking up a bit of a flash scarf shield, a refresher on that one. He sees the pet is out in the middle, so CB Zeus knows as soon as Machiavelli stabs the pet, the Rogue is about to be on and go road in the opener. Could be potentially a pet opener. Getting the shot. The pet good to axe toss it. Is going to axe toss into the smoke, but Machiavelli dropping down the bomb. Maybe a little bit too late. CB Zeus trying to see if he can land a fear onto Machiavelli. Cloaker shot is for the Rogue. Burning it very, very early with a big vendetta versus CB Zeus. Does CB Zeus have any ways to deal with it? Dropping down the Fell Lord versus Machiavelli. And is going to try to see if he can get a Tyrant. Machiavelli is going to pick up a reset. CB Zeus going for the eye. Wall is up. Unless he has a Mortal Coil, it's over. That was close. Unless you had a Mortal Coil at the end, that's all you could do. Machiavelli catching 3 kills. Chicago Palo with 2, as well as Reverence blasting Garber out of the way. Pretty good, boys. Pretty good. Alright, let's get another pin running, boys, yeah? Void Talon WAD was a pain in the ass to farm. Oh, it was? Okay. Yeah, go to start game real quick. Sounds good. Yeah, because I think you guys told me Void Talon is from WAD. Even though that thing is straight up a recall of the Firelands pet. Or mount from, I think it's Alice Razor or something, or maybe it's just from Killing Ragnaros. I think it's Alice Razor or whatever her name is. Wait, this is Alice Razor. Yeah, I have always a hard time saying that name, dude. I don't know why. Yeah, Flame Talon of Alice Razor. And then Ragnaros is the one that gives you like the bird, the boss mount as a bird. Alice Razor. Yeah, that's normal. Okay. I just want to make sure that I'm saying it right. Because every time I say it, I keep thinking I'm saying it wrong. Because swear to God, I am, dude. Swear to God, I am. Chicago room for Ali? Yo, we could probably get one in. T-Var DC, low 2 people, 3. Yo, my lord, it's all good, my guy. Let's see if we get more in here. Getting a lot of delay. That's a good Chicago. That's a good, my dude. We can get a group restarted. We need more Hordy boys if you guys want to join in. But challenge share skill with Frenzied, Fell Talon, Flame Talon of Alice Resort, and Raven Lord. That's true, you're right. I do like how Raven Lord and all these other pets or mounts can look quite different. Like the recolors look very similar, but like Raven Lord and these things, like even though he has the same like skeleton and shape, just the fact that one has like a bird form and the other's like flames, or I guess green flames or purple flames. I feel like it just makes quite a bit of difference. At least in my eyes, dude. It's like, well, it's like, yes, it's similar, but it's like different enough, where it's kind of unique. How you doing with the metal? Such a pain in the ass to get, is it really? What do you gotta do for that one? Void Talon. Is that an achievement mount? Oh, let me peep it. Void Talon? Void Talon of the Dark Star. Void Talon egg. Corrupted by presence of a dark... So you gotta get the egg? Huh. Edge of Reality farm. I don't even know what the hell Edge of Reality is. Wait. Is that like a zone? In WAD? Or Edge of Reality is maybe like a rare? Most likely? You have to grind a portal that can spawn anywhere, has a big ass spawn timer. Really? It's a portal that takes you to the egg to loot it. Really? Huh. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing. Portal farm like the camel. Well, I didn't really do the camel. The only camel that I've gotten are the camels you can buy for rep. Yeah, I got a tan riding camel. I just bought him for 100 gold for rep. And then there's the Dorma's the camel hoarder. And then Landra Longshot Booty Bay. Yeah, these guys, I don't know how to get them. I just have this thing. That's the only camel I've ever gotten back in Cataclysm. That's all I needed. It's a cool mount. Camel's pretty unique. Very rare. That's really cool. How you doing, by the way, Chrysler? That's crazy. Score on portals that spawn across Dreador. Yeah, if you're a mount farmer, dude, that is a rare mount. That's a pain in the ass. That's cool then. I didn't realize. It's like Time Lost Proto Drake rarity. I would imagine so. Yeah, because Time Lost Proto, he can just spawn anywhere in Northrend. I think normally in the I like how it brings up the map. He can spawn anywhere in the Storm Peaks and just kind of flies all over the place, and when you catch him, there it is. I do remember somebody in the Secrets Discord actually could tag Time Lost Proto, and if you healed the person that attacked Time Lost Proto, you got the credit for Time Lost Proto. So like 40 or 60 people got Time Lost Proto that night. A bunch of people got Time Lost Proto Drake, and then they fixed it so you couldn't do it anymore. Crazy. Uldum. Okay. Was that like for the BFA stuff? Like last patch? We currently have to find a golden camel in the zone at the bottom, forgot the name. I didn't show for a long time. Uldum. Yeah, okay. That's crazy. Well, that is kind of weird since when there's a weekly maintenance, portals don't spawn for 2 days later. When you gotta find a portal and then despawns by itself for 15 minutes. Really? Wow, that's really like a little bit of luck, a little bit of the RNG, but also a little bit of like knowing where to look and being quick about it. So like timing and luck based on when your server goes down. That is a pain in the ass, you're right. Good evening from Sweden, folks. What's up? Thank you so much for joining the stream. How you doing, by the way? I like your name. Thank you very much. Ravenlord is the best model for me. Yeah, Ravenlord was a good mount. I remember getting that one from doing, I think I was trying to farm like a mask. I'm a huge fan of masks in my rogue. I was trying to farm the assassin mask in SATA Calls, last boss. And the Ravenlord, I wasn't even looking for it, but then it spawned. I was like, oh, cool. But at the time, people in my guild were like, wait, you got the Ravenlord? I was like, yeah. I didn't know if it was a big deal. This guy is not the rarest mount as far as I understand, but he is, I guess it was pretty rare for like Cataclysm days. But yeah, that's a cool mount. I never got any with the Dreadwing Ravens. 2 out of 5 Horde, yo. 2 out of 5 Horde, yo. Where we had 3 out of 5 Horde, now it's 2. Boys, we need some more Horde boys to join. Milord, if you guys want to join in, check the pin in the chat. But also, if you want to just join in easily, go to Player vs. Player tab, Premier Group, Custom PvP, find group, and search sub number 5. Enter to join one of the NA boys for the 5v5 Duels group. It's pretty rare, not super rare, but it's rare enough. Yeah. What are some of the? I don't think I have any rare mounts on this on my account at all. Like not a single one that's like super rare. A lot of the stuff like you can get that can maybe be a pain in the ass to get, but like not really rare. Like Sharkbait, I think a lot of people got it for back then. You know, this guy. I guess this guy is not really that rare, but like it was challenging for many, unless you had a tank spec. And even then, I remember people saying that it struggled. And then they made it very, very difficult to get it now because you have to kill the first boss and the second and the last, and you have to do it solo. Prior to it, you could just skip to the third boss and the last boss. Now you can't, so they made it even harder. Yeah, I don't think any of these are really rare. Yeah, I don't think I have any rare mounts. I think everybody had Fabulous during BFA. It's so weird how in BFA we got some of those like seahorse mounts and you can't ride them anywhere, dude. Only in the Jatar or in water. I mean, I guess they're pretty cool, right? Either way, I guess they're kind of cool. I'm trying to look for all my mounts. I don't think I have anything rare, boys. Yeah, I'm getting to the S. This used to be my most rare mount back in WoD, but nowadays I think everybody has one. I mean, I guess they have Vengeance. That's kind of, not everybody has that one for now. Until that's like way past Shadowlands and then it's informed. Yeah, it doesn't have a lot. Nowadays most mounts are common and the rare ones in Pandaria, WoD, boss mounts. Fair enough, fair enough. That's true. Trying out the Nightfit palette at the moment. Still bad gear, but seems to be good potential there. Yo, thank you. If you get the legendary for the Nightfit Lego and you prep your burst together with the Equinox buff that the legendary gives you, like your 10 seconds, like you'll have the cooldowns, have everything procs ready. You'll press the buff You'll build up some holy power from range, get yourself a Seraphim, build some more holy power, and then when Equinox happens, stun, judgment, wings, blast, it's a ton of damage all of a sudden. It's really, really good. Solar Spirehawk. Hold on, Spirehawk. Spire. Oh, that's the world boss one. Yeah, that's a cool one. That's a cool one. Yeah, I don't think I've ever even tried killing Rookmar ever in WoD. Oh, what's up, y'all? What's up, Titanium, my man? Hope you're having a good one. The first one was got was the Legion Experiment 12B. Yo, that's a pretty cool one. In Legion Experiment 12B. Hold on, Experiment. Isn't that the Rapture? Experiment. Oh, no, it's this guy from Dragon Soul. Oh, you can get it from the Cache of the Aspects. That's cool. Dude, I still need Marafang. I still haven't got the worm either. I just need to do Karazhan. That's all I need to do. Like, it's guaranteed at this point. I still yet to get Marafang. That is a cool mount though, this one. Yeah, this guy's pretty neat. It's one that everyone was kind of fun to farm. With the world boss? Yeah, I imagine. I probably should have done those world bosses when like WoD was the expansion that we were playing at the time. When it was the concurrent expansion. But you know, besides PvP, I really didn't enjoy a lot of stuff about WoD. And like, the more I played, the less I even like the zones of WoD too. So I mostly just kind of hung out in the, what is it, the Storm Shield for Alliance, or I guess most of Storm Shield and Alliance. Was it Storm Shield? Is that like the only thing I remember from WoD? Storm Shield, right? Ashrin. It is Storm Shield. I forgot what it was called. I literally just, the first word that jumped out at me is Storm Shield. And that's mostly what I did, just PvP'd. That's really it. Wait, you don't have the Smoldering Worm? What? I know, dude. I played Legion, but at the time, like, I'm not really a mount kind of guy. Like, I always tell people, like, I'm not really big on mounts. Like, Kran had to, like, pull my teeth to get me to get some of those mounts in Nudgechar, Mechagon, even in Shadowlands. Like, in Shadowlands, I went out of the way because, like, I won the frog mount because I was like, I love frogs. But besides that, I don't really go out of my way for mounts, really. Legion Karazhan? Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get that one. Like, the Soul Dragon with big horns. Legion Kara, yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah. I probably should have gotten it during Legion though, but I mean, I could go back and get it now. I know your arm, but a mount is dope. It is really, really cool. But now it's like everybody has it because everybody got it way back then. It's a really cool mount. Oh, waiting for groups. That'll be kind of fun to like farm long term. Do I got a group? Oh, still trying to form? Yeah, Horde is still trying to form. Milord, how many you got? Well, Milord just needs 2 more, boys. We're good to go. Join Milord and LFG, boys. While we go and peep some mounts while we had it. Oh, this is cool. Lord of Rains. Ooh, Shower of Anger. Oh, this thing would be cool to get. Maybe I should start farming Shower of Anger more often. Oh, Hand to Go Down Mythic. Or go down. Hand to Go Down. What am I saying? Go down Mythic. I think that'll be doable at 915. I'm still yet to get the Infinite Time Reaver, dude. What is wrong with me? Like, whenever Time Walking is up, I usually just start farming Time Walking on my ults. Dude, WoW has so many damn mounts. It's not even funny. Like, when you just look at all of them, there's just so many of them. Like, Jesus Christ. Lord. Jesus. How many are overall? Oh wait, that's a Timeless Isle one. Yeah, there's no way I have enough. I actually want to save all my Timeless coins until Legion Time Walking, be able to buy the Hippogriff from there. Could afford 2 goods by now, to be honest. Really, Chicago. I mean, if you guys want to give it a go on Alliance, you guys are more than welcome to him. I got both of them first, so go down easy. I think Kren got both of them at once. One time she did Gul'dan. Crane mount looks so cool. Probably the only one I'd say to this. The Crane. Mounts are cool. Mounts are pretty great. Hive Mound. Yes, I did. I got the Hive Mound. I definitely got the Hive Mind. Doing Battle for Azeroth. There was stuff to do in BFA, but this was one of the cooler things. And I remember doing some of this with friends and guildies, but then a lot of it I ended up just doing with pugs. Because it was just easier. Got together with some random pugs. I think we did it on stream, and I coordinated how we did that jumping puzzle thing. With like where to go, and we solved it, dude. It was actually kind of intense. I remember just using all of my brain power just to get that one done. But we didn't skip that one. It was a hot topic. Yeah, no, that would definitely got it. That's a cool mount. Although the dudes that you know how Hive Mind, like your friends could jump into it and moves faster? The dudes that I did this with, I will never see them again. So I'm never going to be able to experience people just hopping in there. I should have done it with guildies or like IRL friends. I don't think Ryan was playing at the time though. That's one guy that plays the game from time to time. I think he was on. Yo, Chicago, let me know if you're going to be doing a sect group or not for Alliance. I'm close to 400 mount achievement. I'm actually 380 or something like that. That's awesome. Live Binders Handmaiden Best Dragon Mount. Do I have that one? Life Binder? No, I don't. I think my twin ended up getting it, but that's a good one. Yeah, the Alex Straza mount. That's really cool, actually. From Dragon Soul. I'm actually been farming Dragon Soul. Not for mounts, but for gems. Because I'm trying to do some cheesy time walking stuff. So I've been trying to get some red gems on my Demon Hunter, so there's always a chance for me to get some of these mounts. Rookie numbers, fair enough. Those are probably unnerved the Hive Minders in April 1st post. Probably. I could see them like, I could see them changing that one. It's like, if anybody has ever unlocked Hive Mind, then you could jump into anyone else's Hive Mind. Like if you're in the party. I think that'd be pretty cool. So many mounts, but at the best of the store Pog. Oh no. Well, they do have some good mounts at the store, but I feel like there's plenty unique ones that you can't. What is that one for Battle for Azeroth? The crab. Snapback Scudder. Dude, this is a unique mount. One of the coolest mounts in the game with unique animation, unique skeleton. Nothing else rides and moves like this mount does. And this was never added in the store. What do you mean? This thing was never added to the store. Like, this thing is awesome. What about the hand mounts? Hold on. The hand mounts, dude. Hands are actually pretty dope. Look at these things. Those could have been a store mount easily, I feel like. Unique skeleton, unique everything. Not added to the store. I feel like they need to do definitely less store mounts. More like in-game that you can earn somehow. I feel like the only store mount that I've actually kind of sort of got that I didn't have really that bad feeling of like... That bad feeling of getting is like Sunwarm. There you go. Sunwarm Furline. This is the only mount, dude. Blizzard knew what they were doing. They were like, alright, we'll make a mount on the store. Everybody's gonna hate mounts because people hate store mounts. But what if we made it a cat? Just like a normal cat, just big. It's a normal house cat, just huge, and it has a saddle. They knew what they were doing, dude. They knew what they were doing. We got, oh man. Yo, my lord having a hard time getting Horde boys together. Yo, Chicago, actually might not be a bad idea. Try to see if maybe 2 alliance group might be worth it. Might be able to make 2 more. 3 more people have 2 groups. Yo, Seabar got another group for Alliance, boys. If you want to join the Alliance group, Seabar got a second one. Look them up with Flavor Display Premier Group, Custom PvP tab. Find the group type number 5 at the top. Enter if you're Alliance and want to join in. Seabar looks like he's having a second group forming. Let's definitely play the game. Sometimes it's true. People pugged it. I don't understand what was made it so where you can get the Hive Mind with people you did the puzzle with. Those people are supposed to be your most likely never gonna see again. Yeah, I think they were trying to maybe get it so that people that you solve the puzzle with, you're supposed to have like that bond with them. Maybe it'll be like guildies or friends or something, but so many people pugged it. So 8 out of 10. Yo, we do 2 more for Team Alliance so we can have 2 groups of 5 boys. Let's go, dude. See, we're gonna have the other group. That sounds good. That sounds good. We can get Seavark and you versus each other while my lord is looking for more Hordy boys. 9. Yo, we need 1 more in Alliance. And we're good to go, boys. Yep, easy one for the kitty. Yeah, dude, I feel like that one, like so many people, like, yes, on Twitter, they were like, dude, another storm mount? Blizzard, not right now. This is a really bad time to put one out. And on the other hand, it's like, on the other hand, everybody's like, I love mittens. Onward mittens. We got 2 groups on Alliance, boys. Let's go. Yo, we gotta get Seamark. Second group as soon as they're ready. Me and Chicago and Seamark are gonna queue this up. Get another 5-4-1 going. Let's go, boys. Just let me know as soon as you have a second one available. Make sure it's 2 separate groups. We can queue you guys against one another. 5-5 1v1 duels. I love the memes that people did on Twitter with a cat, dude. Everybody like Melody. It's like probably the best storm mount you could put up that would make the least amount of people unhappy. I mean, of course, people are going to be unhappy because of the storm mount, you know, but it's a cat. Yeah. Hands too. Hands are really cool. Hands are really cool mounts. I think there's got to be something else they've added that was like actually unique. I know in BFA they had like a lot of these like Calderon Nightsaber, which is like another cat, but just like every texture. It's a good texture. But like there was a whole area with Darkshore BFA, but they just didn't have like a lot. They had a lot of like recolors for some of those mounts. Skull Ripper, like it's cool, you know, really high res, but it's just another Raptor. In BFA, at least we got some things that are new models with like their own skeletons and stuff. I mean, in Shadowlands, they got some new models of skeletons and stuff. Legion one though, this guy's really cool. When they added him back in Legion. What else was there? Legion had a lot of cool mounts. Hold on. Legion. These guys, I mean, they're basically like tile bullocks from BFA. These guys are pretty cool. These guys have like a similar skeleton to this thing, but also different with the head and like the animation that it does. Is that all it has for Legion? Really? Really? That's it? When I type in Legion, that's all it gives me. Huh. Really? Is it worth waiting for 9-1 to finish level on my warrior? You could wait. You could wait, Wolf Assassin. What level is your warrior right now? A Catmon? You gotta be kidding me. Everybody is mad about the new store mount, and everybody buys it, and then we wonder why Blizz can get away with store mounts over and over. Well, I don't know about some of the other store mounts. Did everybody buy the other ones? Like I remember Sapphire Skyblazers, some people bought it, but not everybody. I got one for Kren, and I got one myself since I had some gold. Lucky You, I think, came with a 6-month membership. Some people got Squeakers with the 6 month. I think people got Sticks with 6 months as well. People bought this. I know people bought the Valpine Familiar. I don't know. Like all these mounts, at least, like I don't know. They're all not as unique as a cat, I guess. Cat is just like I feel like stands out more. But I don't know. Like I guess like people, I wasn't as mad about a cat though. Personally, I wasn't mad. I am someone who does not like store mounts at all. Very much just like store mounts. Every time I say it could have been something that would have been in game, something could have just earned in game rather. That would have been better. See about Chicago, do we got a requeue? Or somebody in LFG? Requeue, try again. Let's try this again. We'll go again. The Go to Follow is also Legion model, I think. True. 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 I think that is a unique one too as well. I guess maybe they had moose mounts before, but there were definitely a lot of them in Legion. A lot of high mounted Tauren everywhere, basically. Level 57. Honestly, with Assassin, you could finish up. You could finish up leveling right now before 915 if you got nothing else going on. Honestly, if you're so close to getting max level, you might as well finish up questing just whenever you want to do it for fun. You are going to be able to maybe like save level until 59, just stop. So then you can go fly to all the different bonus objectives. Make sure, have you done any of the bonus objectives yet while questing? If you have done some, leave the rest of them for till 915, because 915 will give you renown, which will be very, very fast catch up. Oh, and also before you do them, you also want to buy yourself the item to get yourself 40 renown with every covenant, and then just get a bunch of objectives to get even more renown. Which we got ourselves Best Buy over on the team one together with Reverence. On the back we got Sensei, we got Snot, literally named Snot, and Chicago leading that team versus Arcturus over on the team 2 with Bakey up first. CB Zeus at the back, we got a Seamark chilling on the Alliance Mage as well as Wolfsburg. We got Bakey gonna be first up versus Reverence, the Feral Druid. Not playing the Necrolord, so most likely. Big Wombo combo Night Fae gonna open over for Reverence. Does not go for Konboki just yet. Spinning while stunned. How does that happen? Into a quick fear. Gonna be Bacon shrinking out of it. Skull Basham is gonna go for a stun on the pet real quickly as a Mortal Coil comes out. Bakey almost getting hit with a fear. Is gonna get a leap. Re-engaging with Reverence. Trying to root the secondary pet. Gonna be the Tyrant joining the fight. Bakey is gonna use Soul Shape in order to get the hell out of there as quickly as possible. Thorns is up. Is gonna try to get a Skull Bash versus Reverence. That's gonna be a quick re-stun. as Reverend's trying to get himself a full decimated bolt up and running, stunned by the Felguard, knocking down that axe over Baker's head. Quick fear fears Baker out in a random direction. The Reverend starts perched up in a position on top of the tombstone, sending out decimated bolts. Could be massive demon bolts to follow. Do they have the procs? Getting the big decimated bolt, demon bolts back to back to back. Blasted at Baker's health, but Baker is trying to bear through the damage, literally in bear form. Mortical again said add the druid with the shackles of malediction. Bacon needs to find a way to break the shackle using a stun in order to break up the chain. As Bakey gets hit with an axe toss yet again. Reverend's fleshcraft is still holding strong. So far, Bakey has played it very, very defensively. He's gonna have to get really aggressive, burn through a fleshcraft, and make some damage happen at one point or another. Fear trying to come out by the Warlock. Gonna be a skull bash. Almost gets it by Bakey. Quick silence on the Bakey. Does actually end up mauling the Felguard pet. It's gonna be Reverend's popping the wall, summoning fresh new Felguard with a flash cut to follow. Quite a big defensive cooldown committed. Bacon looking for that reset, getting hit with a stun around the corner. Reverend should have line of sight. Bacon does get himself a re-stealth either way. Stun onto Reverend with that rake, sinking in the claws, letting the bleeds rain. But the marble, the green marble, the shield of undeath still surrounds Reverend, making sure that their health does not get touched. The shield sacrifices itself to keep the Warlock alive. Bakey seeing the Felguard as well as the Tyrant joining in. The Tyrant literally just running circles and actually finally trying to get casted to Bakey as it is a obelisk down to get faster attack speed, but also faster caster for all the pets of Reverend as well as Reverend himself trying to make the most damage happen here. Bakey getting hit with an axe toss is going to be soul shape as Reverend gets hit with the root for a second. Try to go for a health funnel, keeping his Felguard alive as best as possible. Bakey looking for the recovery. So far, Bakey been on the back paw this whole time. Is gonna have to get on the front paws and go for a big old bite at some point, because Reverence eventually is gonna end up getting the win here. Mortal Coil as Bakey goes for a root. Reverence does send the Mortal Coil, but the line of sight is created. Bakey is able to escape yet again, building calm points off of the Felguard. Even thinking of going for integral roots on the Felguard. Axe toss, interrupting him on nature, stunning him in place. Fear running him in the direction. It's going to be Reverend's probably going to have to reposition, get another decimated bolt up and run. Bakey getting slammed by decimated bolt and demon bolts as they're low in health. Demon dog is joining the fight. They are going to go for dread bite, making Bakey more susceptible to shadow flame damage, which decimated bolt is going to do just that. Reverend needs a couple more decimated bolts in order to win this duel. I think he has one or two more to cast. Big one, big damage into Bakey. Super low in health. Bear from Frenzy region, narrowly alive. Skull bashing towards Reverence into a normal bash. Massive convoke, still unable to burn through the flesh cut. Mortical and the fear puts the feral away from the Warlock, creating some space, but doesn't actually want to create space. He wants to kind of just make sure he has line of sight. Summoning a Tyrant, perched up on a tombstone, getting some blast out is gonna have to go a long way around. Reverend's trying to go one way. The Tyrant of Felguard on the other, stun around the corner. The Tyrant getting some damage in is gonna have to get interrupted. Bacon trying to build some calm points off that, while Reverend's getting himself a full new flash cut back up and running. Bacon just trying to continue thrashing and slashing at the pets as best as possible, leaping away. Reverend's chasing after him, and Bakey hanging behind the pillar as an axe toss hits him. So far, the Feral Druid has been able to escape behind the pillars away from Reverends, but they're just so close to dead. So far, the dampening hasn't really caught up with them, so the Druid has been able to keep themselves alive, but at the cost of all their defenses, as well as even offensives, trying to get some bites onto the pet. As Reverence is rooted in place, is gonna have to be channeling the health towards the Felguard. It's gonna be a quick cycling by Bakey. Mortical is sent out by Reverence into a fear to follow. Is gonna have to be very, very careful with the pet. Trinket for Bakey, trying not to get hit by the Mortal Coil, or rather Decimated Bolt rather. That next Decimated Bolt could be really, really deadly. Stun to Bakey, hand go down, Decimated Bolt get it set up. Bakey's at half his health. Those demon bolts are gonna do quite a bit of damage. Barkskin is up, get it blasted by one. The second, one more Decimated Bolt left in Reverence's hand. Stun around the corner to Bakey, able to get himself a little bit last healing at the 2% dampener. Final Decimated Bolt doesn't quite crack through the defenses of the Feral. Quick interrupt of Reverence onto the Convoke. So far, Bakey has had a really hard time dealing with a pet that can also eat the Convoke damage, but also Reverence who can interrupt it and try to get stuns on everything at the same time is very, very difficult, because Convoke can just hit literally anybody and everybody. Warlock being surrounded by pets, these pets can just take all those hits randomly. Another Tyrant joining the fight. Bakey going for a quick ward, trying to see if he can bail out. The Tyrant does get a couple blasted. Wait, the Tyrant got some cast through the pillar. What is going on? And a quick reset for Bakey. How did the Tyrant get cast through the tombstone? Actually cheating. What is going on? Oh my goodness. Bacon looking for a bit of a reset. 6 minutes into the duel, 7% dampener. He got himself a big reset. Could be eyes getting picked up for reverence. He's getting himself another flesh cut. Gonna be a quick skull bash by Bakey. Meeting an axe toss immediately. Does reverence have himself a decimating bolt? Sending out the demon dogger's quick fear onto Bakey. Quick roar by Bakey before the fear could come out. And Bakey looking for another reset. Walled this off. Mortal decimated bolt while they're lowish on health, not quite at half. The decimated bolts are going to do quite a bit of damage. Even the bear from one more decimated bolt ready to leave Reverence's fingertips does connect, but does he have enough damage? Looks like Bakey is able to reset, going to as far as he can, within the corner of a tombstone. Just create himself the best line of sight possible. Going to be a stun total, the stun axe toss from around the corner with the fell guard going for a bit of a foul storm, cycling onto the warlock, onto the pet, into a stun onto the warlock, finally able to get a full convoke. Wall for reverence, does have his flesh cut fall, but did have burn a big defensive as I saw a full convoke coming out of the feral druid. Is that a minute convoke or is that a 2-minute convoke? I actually wonder. Bacon tried to build calm points around the corner, a quick mortar call with the fear, trinkets out of the fear immediately. Another bite into reverence, no more defenses for the warlock. You're just gonna summon another tyrant. Does Baker run? Do they stay? Tyrant is doing some damage. Quick roar on all the pets as well as the Tyrant. The Tyrant continued to blast him. Literally blasting him through the tombstone. And the Baker at least gives himself a bit of a regrowth. 7 minutes into this duel, 50% dampener between the two. Reverence is just so close to winning this duel every single time. But Baker just goes full mobile, full NASCAR, gets around the corner, continues to survive as much as possible, get himself whatever healing he can. Decimated bolts still continuing to fly, continue to scratch against the druid, but they're able to regrowth at 70% dampener for now. Stun onto Bacon, maybe this time Reverence makes a play. Mortal try to get some CC chains. Another Decimated bolt is getting set up. He wants to make sure he has all the pets available. Decimated bolt has been used, but where is oh, there you go. He does have two more demon bolts if he wants to do it. Bacon tried to go for a convoke. Will he go aggressive convoke or self-heal convoke this now? It looks like part of it was maybe aggressive. Decimated bolts just crashing against the druid. It's going to be in bear form. Quick root onto reverence. Actually, skull bash maybe really early. Going to be a full flesh cut for the warlock. Stun on around the corner onto Bakey. The demon doggers do get the bite in, so that's going to be extra shadow damage for Bakey. It looks like he's going to be able to escape for now. The Felguard still continuing to storm at Bakey. Maybe an interrupt right here for Cycle. It looks like no interrupt. Bakey gets himself yet another reset. The resets for this, guys, has been a constant reset over and over. Reverence has in a Tyrant backup. So he could potentially make a play with a Tyrant here. He just needs to make sure this line is sight. Also needs to make sure that Bakey is not in stealth for this one. Going to be a full channel for the pet heal. Just trying to make sure the pet is live and healthy. Could Bakey interrupt that pet heal? Is that a shadow spell? I don't know if it is or isn't. Quick roar into reverence, cyclone onto the secondary pet, and Bacon with a stun into convoke right now, trying to do the most damage to that convoke. Massive damage into reverence, actually almost taking him out. Does he have a skull bash into a stun into Bacon? No more trinket, fear onto Bacon, decimated bolt into the druid. Reverence super low on health. Does Bacon just end it right here? Huge turnaround by the druid, trying to get the big bites into reverence. Big leap, bash. Does he have the bite? Bacon actually does end up coming on top. Oh my goodness, the turnaround by this druid versus the warlock. It felt like he was behind the whole game until he got the right proc, the right setup, and just monstrously savaged down the warlock the whole time. He's got to be playing the 2-minute convoke, right? This has to be. Best Buy up next, another druid. Not play Necrolord, so I'm gonna guess a Kyrian. Best Buy just charging to Bacon, trying to get him dotted up, trying to give some pressure rolling. What kind of a shoulder is that actually? Ooh, that's the wide one. Cyclone onto Best Buy is going to trick it out of it. Let's go for a big burst. Going to be Bacon bailing out of this. Switching forms. Best Buy right on top of him with that Kyrian burst. That's going to be yet another clone for Bacon. Does he get to use it? He does. Burst for the Kyrian Best Buy. Just kind of goes out of the window a little bit. This way he needs to have the most amount of resources as well as a bunch of star surges with that Kyrian setup. It is quite a lot of damn. Trying to get a Cyclone onto Bacon is going to be able to get a quick one. As Best Buy trying to keep the dots rolling for Raz R up. That's a really fast casting, by the way. That's going to be a big incarnation available. Big convoke by Bakey. No way for him to get interrupted. Best Buy gets a quick roar in the last second. Shackles malediction. Does Bakey stop it? He does have a main for it. Needs to go for a heal. Cyclone trying not to get hit with a solar beam. Is going to be able to recover with a frenzy regeneration. Best Buy on his tail, on his trail. Quick reopener by Bakey, at least able to get some dots and maybe a bite or two. Best Buy is going to go for Friends and Region, some health recovery of his own. And Bakey putting the pressure, putting some issue, really putting in a lot of hurt into the guy. Psycho trying to come out. So it's going to be a Shadow Melt for Best Buy. Shadow Melt for Bakey, trying to get a restart opener to Best Buy. Didn't quite get one. No more Skull Bash. He's going to get cloned. Best Buy actually able to catch up with a bit of healing. Trinket for Bakey. Skull Bashing on that eel. Best Buy back in bear form. Do they have a Friends of Regen? Best Buy, if you have any burst right now, this would be the perfect time to do it. I'm pretty sure he has a Kieran burst back up. It's going to get regrossed as Bakey finally lets off for a moment. And Best Buy looks like playing bear form. Friends of Regen. Bakey reopening on him with a big convoke. Could it be enough right here? Best Buy doesn't have an answer. He does have a roar. Knocking Bakey back a second. Hibernate is going to power shift out of it. Regross available for Best Buy. Cyclone to follow. Skull Bash is a clone. And Bakey with another bite. Best Buy needs a heal right now. Needs to see right now. Is going to get a Cyclone to Bakey as he got caught on a pixel. Bakey just got caught in a little pixel there. Best Buy. Is he actually just done? Bear form. He just literally waited. Maybe he was completely out of mana. I think he got nothing else. Bakey taking him out. With Snot gonna be up next. That's a Convoke for Convoke. Big damage to the Bakey. Doesn't take him out just yet. Bakey narrowly surviving it. Cyclone to Snot does not trinket it. Snot should probably know that if he trinkets, Bakey is probably gonna have a big old Convoke. Basher to Bakey. Does Snot do anything? Bash by Bakey. Do they go for Convoke? Trinket out of Snot. Bakey might be in a good situation. Shackles. And it looks like Bakey's going to soul shape out of it to just break that chain with distance. Trying to go for a regrow. Snot might go for a re-heal himself. Looks like Snot gets over reset. Bakey is also reset. He's going to be out of health for a second. He's going to land a Moonfire to Snot to make sure the other feral does not get a reset properly. Skull Bash by Snot has a lot of damage ready. Bakey just has to wait until the stun TRs are off. Thorns is up in a quick roar onto Snot with a Cyclone. Maybe does he get it? He does get it. This is going to be in cat form. Trying to recover it. Next Convoke by Bakey could be huge. He just needs to make sure he gets it. Stun opener onto Snot. Does he do enough damage? Big Convoke. Massive bites. Snot super low. It's going to be a wall. Looks like Bakey taking him out. So far, Bakey has been putting these boys in the bakery. Taking big bites out of these boys. Eating him like a snack, dude. Actually so good. Sensei catching him with a spinning crane kick is going to land a BDB burst and a Bakey could trick out of it. Quick roar as a guardian druid, bear form druid. As Bakey looking for a bit of a reset. I don't think the swarm does anything, does it? I think it's just cosmetic. Yeah, just cosmetic. Imagine if that thing kept you out of stealth somehow. That would be kind of lame, honestly. Sensei is going to have to go for a bit of a reset, though. A lot of his cooldowns just kind of went out of the window. Not to win, not Storm with Fire, but leg sweep as well as BDB. Quite a good portion of the setup. Definitely out of the window. Quick kick cap onto Bakey. Sensei does not have a stun for a moment. Fist of Fury flying into the thorns, taking a bit of damage of his own. Going for the 4 brew, get himself a bit of a shield as well as health increases, damage reduction. Bakey looking for a bit of a reset. Regrows, and we are hitting that 14-minute mark. 55% dampening, boys. Bakey so far has been the survivalist, but Candy finishes off here. Big Convoke as Sensei is going to trinket out of it. Immediate interruption to Bakey, trying to make some counter pressure happen. Bakey with that wall is going to soul shape away from Sensei, trying to stay mobile. Zoed is back up on him. Try to stay in bear as best as he can. And then it's going to be a majestic stag leaping on top of the tombstone, recovering a bit of health. Thorns is up. Sensei is kind of out of cooldowns with Karma back up, trying to see if it might be able to kill him through Karma and BDB by itself. It might be enough potentially. Bakey just tried to avoid him as best as possible. Needs to wait until the next stun is up. Bakey running into the room with a quick regrowth. Sensei chasing after him. Jabbing right after. Quick maim by Bakey. Does not go with the damage profile. Instead goes in for the Cyclone. Looking for a reset. And he's definitely going to need himself a little bit of healing. Catch himself on line of sight. The Monk is going to go for a flesh cut. That is going to be quite a bit to burn through. And spinning crane kick is going to get the feral out in the open. Bakey needs to wait until the next DR for stun is up. Bakey might be in a bad spot, actually, maybe overcommitted at low health whatsoever. Friends and region to keep him alive. Does convoke the spirits to grow out defensively, but oh my goodness, Sensei catches up to him. Slamming the feral down. Taking him out. Wolfsburg is going to be up next. Getting a big old dots out of Sensei. Flayed shot. Dots are up. Stun to follow. No DR. He's going to hit a couple of grenades, maybe kill shots. That's a massive damage out of the Survival Hunter. With Sensei without a Karma or big defense, has committed a lot into that feral. He does go down. Chicago's the last one left as an Elemental Shaman. We are at 15, almost 60 minutes into this duel. 65% dampeners, so don't rely on any kind of normal heals anymore. Lasso. Wolfsburg goes for a... Wait. Did Chicago lasso the pet? Because Wolfsburg got a muzzle in there. How did you get a muzzle on that lasso? That would have been a full stun. Chicago taking loads of damage. Massive kill shots coming through. Raptor strikes are just doing work. The pet's doing quite a bit of damage. Missed kill shots are just so brutal. And Chicago, I think, came out, but he needs healing. He needs survivability. He needs to be able to heal and no dampening behind it. Massive damage out of Wolfsburg. Chicago also super low on health. Light Lasso, wait, did it turn around on the Hunter? The Hunter's extremely low. Lava Burst flying. Do they get it? The Chicago's continue to heal and surge, but again, Wolfsburg at least getting some dots free. If it's going to be freezing trap on the Earth Elemental into a stone onto Chicago. Trick inside of it. Chicago, do they have enough? And look, Chicago wins at the very end. Narrowly escapes out of there. Narrowly survives it into a chain harvest. Just get whatever healing they can at 75% dampening. 71% dampening. What's up next? Is it CBCUs? Is it Alcaraz? Because Bacon kind of came out and kind of just showed everybody that he's the alpha cat for the evening. Huge. Chicago is gonna have to fight Arcturus. I mean, at this point, you got no healing, 72% dampening. Like, if as much as you try to heal, you can only get so much. IBF really already out of Arcturus. Chicago trying to go for a knockback, but Death's Advance keeping him firmly footed to the ground. Silence of Chicago, not much they can do. Surrounded by the army of then Death, and that's all you can do. Down to go. Man, Bakey, dude. Oh, Bacon left. I can't even see his damage. Bacon, though, barely surviving, but bursting out of people. Absolutely insane. It's actually coming back with a burst out of nowhere, dude. The big Convokes just relying, believing in Convokes, making it work. Alrighty, boys. I said we could do one more. Yo, Chicago, Seawork. I said we do one more. Give Seawork maybe a chance to play the game, yeah? Next one we'll have Tour 2. Potentially, yeah, we got Milord with a group scene set up. If Milord has a group, we could maybe send him as well. NA 41. Let's go, boys. One more, boys. One more for the road. Didn't realize I was targeting the pet? That's unfortunate. Need one ally. We need one more Alliance boy to join Seavark. We'll be good to go, boys. That damage, yeah. I was really hoping the Bakey stuck around so we could see the dam. Hi, Ark. What's up, Rebecca? How you doing, fam? Hope you are having a good one. Do one more. Let's do Horde. Yo, if my lord got a 5-man team, we're ready, boys. Do you have the Ultramarine Garage Battle Tank? There's no way I do, right? There's Ultramarine. Yeah, there's no way. That's our archaeology mount. I don't really do professions either. Honestly. I don't really do professions unless they benefit me, and usually it's just engineering just for the auction house in every capital city. Or every capital city has an auction house, but like in Shadowlands you need engineering to access the auction house. Same thing for Battle for Azeroth, Mr. Pandaria. Ever since Mop, I just usually have one character with engineering just so I can have access to the auction house. But I don't actually do professions ever since they made them less important, less necessary. Yeah, the only time I did professions was like tailoring, and I think it was tailoring, leatherworking. I think it was tailoring engineering for Mop, leatherworking for WAD, because you could craft yourself some gear, but even if you weren't a crafter, you were mostly fine. Look like a Churon, not gonna lie, Crypto, that's kind of what we're trying to go for. Why not, right? Why not look like a cool Churon, boy? Try to look for a horde group out of LG. Yo, I think the Lord was trying to look for a group just now. Will they ever join the 1v1s again? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. It's just I can't really play as well as get the angles at the same time. So it's really, really difficult. I need to... So many of you guys love the angles that 5v5 1v1 Spectator duels give. I like to join these sometime though, for sure. The General Shadow is just insane quality of life. The wormhole is just CP mega useful. I am Angie for the battle res on my rogue, so at least I have that profession. But that's again only when it's useful. I should make the wormhole. Do I not have wormhole on my rogue though? Is it a toy or is it just an item? I might have crafted it already, or if I haven't, I probably should. I do have Angie for battle reses in keys, in case we need them. Where they were doing big changes to Arcane, they changed the icon of Corsair. Huge! Huge! Need one ally, oh boys, we need one ally for Team Seavark. We got Chicago, Seavark, maybe Milord available. Milord is still looking. Oh, Milord down to... Oh, wait, is Milord gone? I think Milord's against the group. I think Milord had a group earlier. We got a group. If you guys want to join Seavark on Team Alliance, player versus player, premier group, custom PvP, hit find group, top number 5, enter, you'll see Seavark's Alliance 5v5 1v1 group, boys. Just need one more and we're good to go. It's a toy. Is it a toy? Wormhole. Okay, so I have Zendalari, Kultiras. I don't think I made it yet, though. I don't think I made it yet. See if I can Chicago ready. Alrighty, boys. Let's get another one up and running, boys. One for the road. I have no alley. I'm sorry, Gunther. Maybe next week, my guy, yeah? Maybe next week. I think everybody's just kind of trying to vegetate, hibernate until 915 is out. You know what I'm into. For having you, thank you for joining. Is that like a character from How to Train Your Dragons on your profile picture? Or am I wrong on that one? Or is that supposed to be some like cute creature? Because it looked like the... You know what I mean? Or am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Let's get it. One for the road, one more for the road, boys. Maybe get a chance, give Seawork a chance to actually play the game. You know what I mean? Because Bakey came in, you saw, he conquered them all, dude. And he's like, out of here. He's like, you know what? That's the best I can do for 9-1. See you, boys, in 9-1-5. When he's going to figure out what kind of company he's going to play next. Did I save that one? I definitely want to save that one. Bakey popped off, dude. Bakey just... They opened up the bakery, dude. Popping off. Popping these boys in the oven, dude. Taking big old bites out of them. In his own product, dude. Not even selling it. Take a bite out of those boys, you know what I mean? Switch. Got us on Team 1 together with a Busboy? I was gonna call him Busty Boy, but we got Busboy the Shadow Priest, RMP the Rogue, Sensei, Snot, as well as Chicago versus Team 2. We got ourselves Arcaros in the back as an Holy Death Knight, CB Zeus is the Demonology Warlock. We got Netpal gonna most likely go fly in just a moment. There they go. As a Retribution Paladin, see if I get a hit with an incap, and it's gonna be Night Flash in the back. As another unholy DK, we got ourselves Seavark get hit with a full leg sweep. Sensei go for the big burst. Seavark almost dropping down to spin and crane kick in the opener. And it looks like they're going to bail the hell out of the thing. Sensei got rooted. I believe Seavark is a Ventier on that thing. So we'll see how it works. I think that root was amazing. Got himself the massive reheal by getting himself the big old, what is it called? Prismatic heal, I believe it's called. It's been a bit. We don't really see a lot of arcane mages. Mostly it's just fire. Sensei going and Shadow Melt, dodging away from Seavark. He knows that Seavark has him rooted for a second. Seavark trying to go for a bit of food. Into Invis. Maybe Poly. Sensei just jumped on the platform looking for Seavark. Seavark is still in Invis. It's going to get the barrage. Slows in. Into a couple of missiles. Seeing Sensei approaching. He knows he got super kicks. He got dragon kicks. He got that rolls. He's got himself the Tiger's Lust. He's going to try to see if he can shred him a little bit. With the missile, Seavark is definitely playing Venti. Try to see if he can Dory Shadows out there. Just if you're flying, it's going to be a slow, almost a root on Seavark. He's getting a big old Zoan. And Seavark trying to see if he can disrupt Sensei. Log, because it's trying to knock Seavark into Sensei's burst. It's going to be the natural magic. Big Arcana Sphere getting set up. Sensei could be in a big trouble right now. Massive burst is going to go for diffuse magic immediately. Does Seavark recover? He does reflect the mirrors back into Seavark. He does reflect Touch of the Magi, but definitely reflects the mirrors back into Seavark. Seavark is eventually going to end up silencing himself and ruin himself if he's not careful. Waited out those mirrors. Sensei charging in full flash, got back up and ready. As missiles continue to shred him. Got a couple of those images attacking him. Getting up in melee. I don't think the melee of those images is super hard to damn. But the abilities to use, that's another story. Sensei with a quick in cap on the Seavark leg sweep to follow the Seavark trinket out of this one. BDB burst is down. And Seavark is just going to wait it out for a bit. Got himself big heal, big shield. Not playing the triple shield legendary, so he's going super aggressive for this one. Missiles flying, Sensei getting hit with an arcane orb. Seavark with a prismatic barrier, trying to give himself whatever healing he can get. No dampening just yet, is going to get that heal. Paul and Murph watching Sensei is just trying to go for a bit of reset. Looks like the monk is just kind of out of cooldowns at the end there. He did have Storm Earth and Fire rolling, but looked like he was basically just like, you know what, I'm going to reset. I'm going to go for a bit of a hit and run. Hit Seavark whenever I get a chance. Going to be Dora Shadows on top of Seavark. It's going to land up Poly. Seavark is making sure that, hey, if you're going to interrupt one Shadow, you're going to get punished for it. Big arcane missiles maybe flying off of those bursts. That's going to be massive damage. Touch of Magic onto Sensei. Does Seavark have the big burst? He does. Did have some burst available, but kind of just let the monk get behind the pillar. He's fine with it. You know what? Got a bit of a reset. Got a bit of Ring of Peace. Seavark does need to make sure that his health is all good. He needs to get the slows on the Sensei whenever he's nearby. Barrage is constantly barraging him as best as possible, doing whatever bit of damage, but also putting a constant slow. Seavark getting hit with the BDB leg sweep. Could be a trinket here. Is going to be a trinket immediate Nova as Sensei got some damage in. That's going to be Dora Shadows as Seavark looking to reposition completely. Maybe get himself some food. as the Nova is going to last there for quite a while. Sensei does have the port set up on the other side of the pillar, or other side of the boxes. Polly with touch of the magic. Does Seavark have the line of sight? I don't think he did the touch of the magic just now, but it's going to be at least arcane missiles as well as a knockback. Sensei using the reflect really early. Seavark blinking at him with an invis. I think also it was an ultrasound for a second. No, just blinked at him with an invis just to get some food in front of him. Whatever food he can catch up, he's just getting those heals in between, while Sensei trying to make himself as much healing recovery as possible. Polymorph onto the Zen as it fades away. Sensei getting barrage miss. Mirror Storm is on Sensei. Does not have diffuse magic for a while, but it's going to be a big touch of the magic. Seavark got himself a big missile procs onto Sensei. Seavark is also kind of low. It's going to get himself a big kill. Sensei super low in health. Karma at the last second. Seavark could ice blocking if he wants to. Just going to try to shred missiles into Sensei. He doesn't have good karma. He's going to take the damage. Trying to go for a shadow melt. He's going to dragon kick out of there. Seavark throwing down a barrage. Doesn't do enough damage. It does connect. It's going to be a knockback for a second. More barrages to follow. It's a ring of boopity bob. Seavark is going to have to go for barrages again. Sensei super low in health. Door shadows around towards that monk. Low health whatsoever. Nova in cap for a moment. Sensei trying to catch up on whatever healing he can. No karma, no defenses for a bit, still rooted in a Nova. And Seavark got all the mobility, the big shimmer coming down into more, just keep it away from Sensei. Got himself a big defensive with the fortified brew, with a shield on top of it. 20 seconds until he can get the diffused magic back up. Touch of the magic setting up. Where's the Sensei? Seavark needs to get as much damage as he can into barrages, missiles flying, lots of damage into the monk. He does have diffuse very, very soon. Touching the magic, slamming down on him into a Nova. Sensei does have defensives as well as offensives returning. Nova next to Seavark, still can't touch it, still can't reach him, so close. Gonna be a knockback with an Arcana Sphere. As Sensei's recovering little by little. Seavark trying to land a polymorph on him, shimmer at the last second. Rune of Power, maybe? Maybe not, maybe just missiles. Looks like Seavark is just going to build up some resources. Storm Earth and Fire join the fight. Another polymorph to Sensei. As BDB Burst comes out, going to be a trinket out of Sensei. Seavark with the Ice Bug. Seeing Sensei can make quite a lot of cooldowns. He decided, you know what, I'm gonna make it happen. There goes the Ice Bug. Zuen joins the fight. Sensei has defenses if he needs to. Mirrors the tournament onto Sensei, but looks like he's going to trinket out of it. Interrupted Seavark on Shadow. Gonna be the touch of the Magi for Seavark. It's gonna maybe be a karma. Sensei does go for a big old karma. Touch of the Magi. It's gonna explode back into Sensei. That's gonna be prismatic in order to give Seavark a little bit extra healing. And show a knockback onto Sensei, but he does end up taking him down. That's a tough one. That is a very, very tough one. I don't really know how you defeat that, honestly. I actually don't know how you defeat it. I feel like if this was not this arena, if it was any other arena, I feel like Seavark would have been in a much better situation. Just because Sensei gives those big resets. Because he got so low for a good while. He got super, super low. Had nothing for a good while. And then just with in caps and mobility, just able to disconnect completely. Netpal going to be up next. Lexi, Blessical Protection comes out really, really early. Does Netpal go for like big damage right now? Is he trying to set something up? He's definitely getting the hammers in. As Sensei does go for a Battle Master, can give himself a little bit extra help to work with. Going to be the blind. Does Netpal go for the big burst? Big holy damage. Not hitting Sensei just yet. Hammer of Justice, no trinket for a while. Doesn't take him down with a big awake of ass is taking him out. Big map, I can't win. Easily, but no room to go anywhere. Yeah, this map is a little bit weird. With the room. Netpal might be just going down. No still forbearance on him for a bit. Trying to heal through as much as possible here. He's a holy power on the Ward of Glories. Is able to at least recover. Snot is right next to him. Bash and him up. Could be a bubble out of the paladin. Is going to go, I think, for a sip pickup just now. Maybe that's someone else. Maybe that's someone else, actually. Maybe it's on a sip pickup. I'm carrying buff for sure. Is it the final buff for Pelagos? Where if you see like one of those ghosty dudes, you look at him, he gives you a buff for like more stam, more primary stat? Is that what that is? Might be. Might actually be. Snot trying to get some damage in. There's going to be a proc for wings. Walling this damage off. Netpal will definitely have big wings for a little bit later. As Snot got the dots rolling on Netpal. It's going to hit him with the Ursos. Paladin getting Yoin back in. Maybe he could throw a Judgment. And Snot going for the reset. Netpal is going to drop down Consecration. Snot cannot approach him from that angle at all. He's going to have to go from the other corner. Having Consecration for a Paladin actually doesn't make it so that certain classes like Stealthies, they just literally can't walk up to you. Bubble, Eska, Rogue the Spirit's coming down. Netpal is going to have to get a little bit aggressive here. Hodge or Snot, do they have enough damage here? There's going to be a big final wreck. Massive hammer proc. Snot did trinket for it. Actually feeling the pressure right now. That is massive, massive damage. That is Netpal without wings doing all this bursts. Is going to get a Wake of Ashes and is going to turn around, start healing himself rather than doing damage to Snot. Quick main by the Feral. It is going to be very short. A Snot, I don't think we're going to be seeing that Convoke for a while. He was able to get a bit of pressure towards Netpal. Snot popping off a Trinket. I think a Battlemaster potentially for extra health, or maybe just more dam. Maybe just a badge for more dam. It's hard to tell. It's literally hard to tell because it doesn't really say that they're getting like a health increase or anything like that. I would love to see like buffs on those. Like buffs under their, I don't know, on the left side of the screen or right side of the screen. Like I see the cooldowns. I'll just say like to the right of them, there was like a buff, which buffs do they have? Certain trinkets, certain items. The duration of them, stuff like that, you know. Going to be a leap, does leap towards the pallet, but isn't able to get himself an opener because of that consecration, denying the Pharaoh the opportunity to get himself a big damage. He's continuing to do as much damage as he can. Going to be wings for Netpal, trying to go for the most amount of holy damage while not attacking Snot. Is going to be able to lock him out with those blinds into a stun, taking him out. Absolutely hilarious amount of damage with Bust Boy. Up next is going to be playing out the Necrolord Shadow Priest. So he's got the big pet build. He needs to catch up to Netpal if he can. Might decide to mount up, maybe go for Greater Fate, maybe get a stun, gets him in a stun. Void Eruption immediately. It's going to go for full Void Eruption. Pets, silence to follow. All the pets are on him. Siphon and everything. Netpal does not have a bubble anymore. He might be in trouble. I think it's over. Buzzboy just got him pinned in the corner. Big Void Eruption and just unleashed everything. Acurus is up next. That was full PI for Buzzboy. As he's dropping down, crashes above Arcurus's head. Too bad Buzzboy can send out the Mages of the Dead to just attack Arcurus before he mounts up. I think that would be cheesy. But also would be a big dam, big opener dam for Buzzboy too. Just because he already had that pet, you know, ramped up, he's doing dam. It would just help out a ton. Arcurus sending in his pet, using Dark Transformation to empower the pet. That's going to be a Buzzboy actually attacking the pet instead of Arcurus. This is going to be a quick Fury onto the Death Knight. Lichborn's out of it. Buzzboy could actually go for Shackle Undead onto the Death Knight with a stun. I don't know if he knows this, but when Lichborn is used by the Death Knight, you literally are counted as undead. You could Shackle Undead, so you can stun him for like 8 seconds. Damage will break it, but it is crazy. Stun onto Arcus with a Void Eruption. Buzzboy tried to make the most damage happen. Is going to drop down the big Necrolord debuff. I think the AMS might actually make it so that Arcus was immune to the Necrolord debuff, so the mages will be able to do some damage, but won't have the same ramp up. I could be wrong in that one though. Buzzboy sending out Void Bolts whenever he can. Whatever instances he's got going on. Going to be Arcus sacrifices pet, summoning a new one, but then it's going to be still the mages. Still continue just to barrage at Arcus for a moment or two. The Shadow Priest trying to get himself a heal. Quick intro by Arcus, summoning the army of the undead. And there goes the Flesh Scarf, just to make sure that Buzzboy has himself full defenses available. The A-bomb is, the pet is going to get turned into like a mini A-bomb with Dark Transformation. Siphon joins the fight to slow down Arcus, reducing the amount of healing. He's getting full silence out of Buzzboy, but Buzzboy not going anywhere. Going to be Shackles of Malediction. Is going to go for a Shadow Meld on that for a moment. Arcus trinkets out of that stun, and Buzzboy kind of finds himself with lowish health. Going to activate Vampiric Embrace. He's got himself Shadowman's PIs back up very soon. Quick Fury onto Arcus. Going to fully dot him up. And is going to get himself the big pet up and running. Arcus with another AMS. This time the pet is going to be able to do the more damage, but it is going to be at least take, you know, hit into AMS until AMS breaks. Flashcap trying to see if he can find it. This pet is actually doing a good job giving that Flashcap low. Look at that pet just doing so much damage back there. Together with the Kevin Slime, they're just, we're working in unison. Arcus is taking all this free damage. He doesn't even turn around to attack the mages. And Buzzboy is going to be able to back up for a moment. Arcturus with that first aid, pulling all his pets back. Needs to consolidate himself a little bit better. Stun. No human ratio for this one. Short pet stun from the ghoul. Gonna be a Buzzboy. Dropping down big PI with a Void Eruption. Full damage versus Arcturus. He's just trying to make the Void Bolts do as much damage. Siphon joins the fight. Drops himself big DPs. And that's gonna be a massive execute by Buzzboy versus the Death Knight. Taking him down. Collapsing the shadows and the void upon him. Doing the most amount of damage you can. Let's actually skip that song real quick. I want to get something different. Ooh, that's a good one. Night Flash gonna be up next. Another. I like how we're getting more. And Holy Death is joining in, dude. They're getting a little bit of buff in 915. Maybe it's just all of you guys practicing at this point. Like, yeah, we get a buff. Let's just get a go, dude. Let's just give it all a go. Buzzboy does go for a disperse and sees the full army of the dead joining. Well, actually, just the A-bomb joining the fight. Versus the DK. I guess they decide, you know what, this is city, I might as well use it. Gonna be dropping down pets of his own. Night Flash with an IBF really early, summoning the army with Apocalypse. Anti-magic zone, as long as he keeps Buzzboy nearby. Night Flash will not take a lot of damage from any of the pets. as well as with an AMS, trying to reduce as much match damage as possible. But the Mages of the Dead is able to pop right through it. The spell warding is going to be procced for Night Flash, but the Mages, as soon as he can get through that, he'll be in a great spot. No, actually, late interrupt for the Flash Cow. Buzzboy does get himself the Flash Cow. Either way, though, full dots onto Night Flash. It is going to be full interruption, no way to interrupt it. That's going to be full burst out of Buzzboy for a moment. Night Flash getting dropped down with big DPs. Void Bolts taking a lot of damage. Shadow Crusher on the corner is going to sacrifice the pet for a moment, get himself whatever heal, and is going to summon a new ghoul. A fresh new ghoul and a fresh new face to help him live this. Stunned by Buzzboy, trying to make the most amount of damage with his Void Bolts available. Just going for as many instant casts that he can. More DPs into a fear onto Night Flash. Big Shadowboard death. Doesn't quite kill him. Night Flash with no health. Got him some spell warded, but looks like the dots wear him out. And CBSU is the last one left over on the team. 2. As a Demonology Warlock, Buzzboy is going to put some dots in the pet, get some Mind Blasting, build some resources. You might as well, honestly. Shadow Men's while he's behind the pillar. 55% dampening as we hit in the 14-minute mark. CBZU is pushing in. This is going to be CBZU's. What is that? What is that? Did you just drop a bunch of toys? Was one of your pets CC'd? What was that web? Makes no sense. Buzzboy taking a bit of damn though, even though Buzzboy is the one that dropped down the Mages onto CBZU's. Quick Mortal Coil. Buzzboy does end up line of signing it. That's going to be a disperse before dampening really ramps up. Buzzboy getting whatever healing he can out of that disperse, landing a stun onto CBZU's. Quick Axe Toss, interrupted Buzzboy, locking him on Shadow, but also keeping him stunned. Buzzboy is going to go for a silence on the CBZU's, is able to get himself full PI, full burst, the Siphon and everything. The Void Eruption, CBZU's trying to get some of those big Demon Bolts back in. And CBZUS is going to have to go for a trick, and Buzzboy trying to get himself a bit of healing. As the pets for CBZUS are trying to do what they can versus Buzzboy is going to go for a, greater fade, quick execute onto CBZUS. Shadow crashes around him. Taking him out, dude. Taking him out. Buzzboy with 4 kills. Very well done. Seawark had himself a hell of a game versus the Monk. Too bad I won the way they did. Yeah, big maps is easy, but yeah, that's a small map for sure. If that wasn't a crit, yeah, for real. If that was a crit, for real. Alrighty, boys. I think we're done. Got one more in you? Chat, do we go again? Do we go again? Do we go again? Does Seawark have a team? That's the question. If we get an Arcane, can you just manage him now? Yeah, in 915. In 915. I don't think it's available right now. In 915. Unless they already applied that. Up left? Okay. Alright, I think we're done then. If Seawark is Datsky. I am Night Flash. How's it going, Night Flash? Hope you're having a good one. GG and girls, I'm Night Flash. Hey, hope you enjoyed the duels, Rebecca. We do these duels every single Friday on the EU, Saturday for NA, from 5 to 7 p.m. East Coast. Everybody's always welcome to join. So, NA is Saturday every single time. You're more than welcome to join every single time. Boys and girls, thank you so much for joining us today. Super fun hanging out with all of you in the duels. The end of 9-1 is here, basically, on Tuesday. 915 should be quite a lot of fun. Lots of cool stuff coming out. Very, very excited. Not a lot of, like, new raids or dungeons, because it is, 0.5 patch. But hey, we've been waiting for this quality stuff for a while, haven't we? Thank you all. You guys are beautiful. So hanging out with all of you boys. This is my first time I enjoyed it. Hey, keep showing up for duels. It's very, very fun. We need more people on NA all the time. So you're more than welcome to. We got Chicago, Seawark here, the host groups, Night King will host groups, Milord host groups, Flexing host groups, Skills can host groups as well. We got dudes hosting. We just need bodies to show up, and then we're good. You know what I mean? Gonna be fun. Yeah. You'll be seeing a lot of Kyrian and Necroarch and one shots. Yo, that's gonna be awesome, Seawark. I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. The possibilities, the different legendaries, dude. There's so many different builds that players can finally play when 915 arrives. I'm gonna be trying all of them, dude. If I see something wacky, something weird, I'm gonna be trying it and making videos on them as soon as I can. Thank you, boys, so much for joining. And boys and girls for joining. I appreciate all of you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. Thank you. And I'll see you guys all. Sunday's a day off. No stream. Monday might also be a day off. Reason is, 1, rest before the patch will probably be a good idea. 2, Monday's also the anniversary for me with Lady. So we're probably gonna be hanging out, just doing some. Oh, girl, by the way, too. Hey, How you doing? Anybody and everybody's welcome. But Monday anniversary with the lady, so honestly just might be chilling that day, just watching stupid TV shows, stupid movies, stupid games, all that fun stuff. Maybe Monday take a break. We'll see. I'll see how I feel about it. But Monday potentially also a second day off before the 915 stuff. Okay? Just letting you guys know that ahead of time. Thank you all. You guys are wonderful and beautiful. I'll see you guys next stream, alrighty? Whenever that happens. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll post in Discord. Also join Discord. Discord link down below. Channel Discord down below. Please do. Also, any video we post, if you give it a thumbs up and a comment saying how marvelous my mustache is, that would help out the channel tremendously. I'm not even joking. If you could do that with every damn video, that'd be great. How many years? It's been a couple now. You know, I'm the guy. I'm not supposed to be able to remember that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? I do know. This is the joke. Before she gets mad. Jesus. Alrighty. Thank you, boys. I appreciate all of you. You guys are wonderful, beautiful. I'll see you guys next stream. Peace.